I am sure sports. You know me there, from coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get your sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know the game play, that me not say it. If me never seen a game, me not know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember, like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices. Add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
All right. Good morning. How you doing over there? Everybody doing fine? Everybody doing okay? Hope you all doing fantastic as usual. This is I Am Sure Sports, and this is your host, Manins Man, and this wonderful Friday morning. Yes, we have a massive one lined up for you today. We have so many things that we have to get through today. Oh my Lord, it's going to be a loaded show. So get on early, get your thoughts up and in, get your comments up and in, get ready to call in. And yeah, you may have some stuff that you can win. Today, you never know. As you can see, we have many topics that we're going to be going through and discussing. So let me welcome you again to the platform. This is I Am Sure Sports, and I am your host, Manins Man. It's always a pleasure being with you on any day, but in particular on Friday. We thank God for life, and we thank him that we are alive today. We thank him that, we are in good health. We thank him for friends and family. The gift of life every day, like you hear on the news, persons dying, the young, the old, accidents, sicknesses, just from incidents of criminality. And it just seems to get worse every day. So we who have breath in our lungs, we are very, very grateful that we get to live another day, to spend time with our loved ones and our family. And we must never take that for granted. You understand me? And for those of you who have spouses and loved ones, please, you don't know when it's going to be your day to go. So you don't want to go not letting people know that you love them and you appreciate them. So I encourage you today to find your loved one, send them a text message and let them know that you love and appreciate them, whether they are your immediate or they are your extended family. Please do so. Sometimes people just need that voice of cheer, so that they can celebrate. Yeah, incidents, I hear a couple of stuff with an 80-year-old in the parish of St. Anne being raped and murdered. You understand me? a 50-year-old over in Portland getting killed. A young bartender went first day on the job. And the first day on the job, they went to break into the bar. She lost her life. You know, you see so many incidents of accidents all over, man. You just never know that you may leave out of your house and you may not make it back home. You understand me? And so take time out to, like I said, give thanks for life and to celebrate the people who are around you. Don't scatter roses after, you understand me, they are gone. Do that right now. And tell them, like I said, how much you love and appreciate them. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots to cover today. So let me just give you a few things that are happening for those of you who are not in the scoop. We're going to talk about the JPL semifinals that are coming up, right? That's going to be big on Sunday, right? We're going to talk some EPL as well. We're going to talk some cricket, some basketball. Yeah, we're going to speak about the U17 team that they have a game today with Coach Freddie Butler up by the Captain Horace Burrell Center, a game that is invitation only. It means that because of the capacity up there, they are only able to facilitate persons who request and are invited. You understand me? Yeah, so we're going to talk a little bit about that. But I have to big up some peoples today, you know what I mean? Big up Bessa Documentary. Don't know if you all know that he's a studio man, so he was working out in the studio and sent me some sounds of what is happening in the studio. So bless up Bessa Documentary, you know, putting in some work in the studio. Yeah man. One of these days he needs to come on and bust one of them, you know, what they call them too, they know. What they call reggae music, them, you know, conscious. Some of them conscious lyrics, you know, spit a couple bars on the show so we can hear him. Yeah. What do you think, people? That would be good. Best a documentary. Bless up yourself. All right. So I had to big him up because I saw that today. Like I said, lots to cover. My New York Knicks, for those of you who are basketball fans, my New York Knicks, they defeated the Philadelphia 76ers 118-115 last night. And what that means is that they advanced to the semifinals of the Eastern Conference, where they will take on the Indiana Pacers. And again, I am bringing the Knicks to beat the Indiana Pacers, and they will meet the Boston Celtics in the finals of the Eastern Conference. And I think that is going to be a big matchup. All right. So I want people to know that OG and Iobi, he didn't play in a couple of the games. I mean, Knicks were very short staffed when they played against Indiana in the regular season. So don't look at how those games panned out or worked out. This New York Knicks team will beat the Indiana Pacers. I can guarantee you that they will beat them. It's not going to be, as many people think, a big battle and major stuff. No, because Indiana Pacers, they are, I don't know if you know this, but in terms of defensive rebounding, they are the worst. Yes, they are the worst in the entire league. Yep. They are the worst in the entire league. So I don't see them. Not only that, right? There goes Bessa Documentary. Bless up. Just give him a yell up, you know, and he pops up into the chat. Bless up yourself, right? They are the worst at defensive rebounding. That's one fact you need to know. They are also the fastest team because they really play on the they play real fast. Let's leave it at that, because some of you may not be basketball geared, so we want, we don't want to get into the details of the game. But the New York Knicks also is the team that plays the slowest in the NBA. So it's the slowest team versus the fastest team. It is also the poorest defensive rebounding team, going up against one of the best rebounding team in the entire NBA, East Coast and West Coast. So with all of that being said, I believe the upper hand is with the New York Knicks. All right. So again, rooting for the New York Knicks to take the series and then go on to the NBA Finals. All right. Yeah, man. So, all right. So let me give you a couple of other things. All right, that very important for you to know. Best the documentary on the farm. Yeah, on the farm. Yeah. All right, listen. All right. So let me give you a couple other things that are very important for you to note. I have to bring up this issue. It's not in the topics, but let me just give you it quickly, and then we will go. All right. So here it is. The Reno Football Club down there in Westmoreland, right? Reno, they are in tier 2. So they had a game against a team called St. Bess. Just getting this information, and I thought it is very interesting. A team called St. Bess, and apparently there's a player that played in a next player's name, right? So he played in an ex-player's name. This is crazy, right? So I don't know what happened with the ID. Maybe the officials didn't check the ID thoroughly, but he played in an ex-player's name. All right. So say, for example, the player name was Joe Patricks. All right. That's the player's correct name. He played in the name of Andrew Cullum, right? So I don't know if they don't use IDs, all right? No. So Reno made a protest apparently, and they took pictures of the player. They had the match card showing that, all right, this player played, but this is not the player, right? It is proven that the player, right, is also registered in the next parish, and he's playing. So the player is playing for 2 teams at the same time, because he plays in the parish of Manchester that borders St. Elizabeth, and he plays on a team in St. Elizabeth in the tier 2 against him. So Reno apparently lost the game. So they filed an appeal. All right, they filed an appeal, hoping that it would be overturned. All right, no, and this is just what is out there. I think these things need to be brought up, because this is why people continue calling Jamaica's football Bush League. Because when these things happen, the first thing supposed to happen, that player is supposed to get an immediate 5 years ban. Even if your team and your parish, and you're the person are brethren, and you rate them, these are the reasons why we can't have a professional system. If these allegations are as they say they are, no, whether or not, because what they're saying is that because of how the picture is on the field, they cannot clearly identify. No, you cannot tell me, because the person in St. Elizabeth at the St. Elizabeth FA works with the JFF. The person who is in the Westmoreland FA works for the JFF. The person in Manchester works for the JFF. You cannot tell me that all of those registration goes through senior members of the federation, and they cannot, for the life of me, figure out if this allegation is true. Cannot be. It cannot be so difficult that this blatant, if all these allegations are true, blatant, this is a prison thing. Using an ex-man identity. Fraud of the highest level. Out in the public domain. And it cannot be resolved. It cannot be. People need to understand that we're running professional football. And if it is, let me tell you something why there is a lady in the St. Catherine FA. All right. Yes, when you come on to the rules, them think she too strict. I figure that she gonna get kicked out, because I think she now is the other side. If it is supposed to be a T and a L, you can't play. Yeah, what me I say? If them never put the local stroke across the T and you see one, you're not going to play. That is how the rules supposed to be. So if you're right bad, don't fill out match card. This should be done. And if it is proven that no, it is not the player, you cannot tell me that between the referees and the head of the FAs, they cannot tell if this is actually a case of fraud and using somebody identity. This is bigger than football. Youths need to know that this cannot happen. People need to know, and teams need to be banned and kicked out of the football completely. Whether it be Reno, whether it be Mannings, whether it be Constant Spring, whether it be Mount Pleasant, the team that they need to be kicked out of competition for 10 years. So when people see those things, they know that they are not supposed to do it. There's too much breaking and breaching of the rules that govern our football, and it ought to stop. And the slightest misstep should be treated with the strictest of measures so people can stop. Football needs to know, raise the integrity of sports in this country and just life in general. Our young men and young men, when they come into this sport, must know that the right thing must be done. You can't, gone are the days when you can play in somebody's name. And like how Issa took steps to deal with some of their matter, and it must get better as well. These things cannot become commonplace in our sports. And those are the allegations. So, here's a simple way. There was a referee. There were players on the field. You bring them into a hearing. This man's name is, and I call the names. Andrew Callum. Was it this person that played? Or was it, the other person who played? And you bring it before the hearing. The referee is there. The linesman is there. The fourth official. They check people. You can't remember? You're in the court of law. You bring them before the disciplinary committee. And I'm telling you, if it don't stop, it's only going to get worse. And this includes the management run a team, Ban him. I'm telling you. But we have to raise the standard. We cannot have a kind of society where these things are just like just commonplace. No, what I'm saying, is that even if they look alike, it's two different names. So even if they look like somebody, you cannot be playing with two different names. So you have one name one place and one name the other place. And if they are twin planet of 41, that means that the father only accept one. One get the father's surname, one get the mother's surname, because the both of them don't have the same surname. I am saying it's not like the names are close. This is identity theft. People need to know that this is not acceptable once it is proven. Come on, man. And we are saying this, we're not knocking, we are saying that raise the standard. So the parish president for these parishes need to step in. The director of the competition need to step in and say, listen, we need to get to the bottom of this. And we're going to use this as a means of setting a standard. It cannot be. These things cannot happen. People need to hear about Jamaica football. We are like the beacon of hope right now, in terms of the football. We can't allow these little things to come out in public. Thorough investigation. And where people are found to be in breach of the rules and the regulation, problems. So I had to touch on that because it is something that was brought to my attention. And it's also a warning, So if other people out there doing it, better stop. Because I know that these things normally happen in the football. I thought they were done away with, Because I think we have made such great progress with all the connect system and all of those things. Like nobody should be playing any tier 1 or tier 2 without proper ID. If you don't have no ID, you cannot play. And when you're doing your ID, you have to present your birth certificate. We need to get people up to standard. In fact, you need to raise it, your birth certificate and one other form of ID before you can register. So you have to have a driver's license, a passport, or a national ID. So we have to help to make these youth understand that it's no joke football. You come into a professional environment. You should not be even added to no connect system if they don't have no bank account. You challenge them young youth here. Forget them life in order. And challenge the clubs. So parish presidents, you have to raise the standard. Better you have 4 teams than have 12 teams. And 8 of them are joke. 4, play with 4. And make people cause you do the right thing. Do the right thing. We need to set better example for the young people. Them are ramp with life. They are playing around with this life. And we are facilitating some of these bad practices. And this is no joking matter. No one should be playing in anybody else's name. Serious business that. You just saw an international news. How billions, over 30 billion US dollars, you know. They are claiming that the elderly have lost in scamming. This is scamming at a next level when you're playing in somebody else's name. If these allegations are so. So teams need to come correct. It's time for us to stop joking. Don't just play football. Get the thing organized properly. And I'm telling you, if you have 5 teams that are properly organized, you will do a whole lot better than if you have 12 and still have only 5 organized. By the time you reach round 8, some of them stop come match and all of them thing there. Come on. People, come on, hit the like button. Yeah, hit the like button. Subscribe to I Am Sure Sports and share the content. All right, listen, please. It is Super Friday. All right? We don't like to beg, but you have not. We have not been having 2 weeks in a row now, no Super Friday, right? So this Super Friday, just make up for all of those other Super Fridays, all right? So we need some super stickers and some super chats, all right? All right. Blessings. Yeah, man. All right. Where do we go now? All right. So I just had to talk about that. You understand me? Because it was brought to my attention. So have to deal with that because I don't think it's a small thing. All right, people. Let me just touch on this cricket matter a little bit. West Indies. Do you even know I should call them West Indies? You know the T20 World Cup coming up, right? See the problem with West Indies cricket now, people. We soon get back to the football, all right? All right? We soon get back to the football. But let me tell you a little bit about West Indies cricket. Because you see West Indies cricket now, it is depending on what territory is at the helm of the cricket. The selection of the team is kind of skewed towards them. So there's a T20 team that is named, all right? The West Indies T20 team, right? Crazy. Well, let me find out from you who watch cricket. Are you surprised? are you surprised with any of the selections? Are you surprised with any of the omissions? Talk to me. Let me give you the squad. Captain is Ravman Powell. Alzari Josephs is the vice captain. They have Johnson Charles, Ralston Chase, Shimron Hetmeyer, Jason Holder, Shea Hope, Akil Hussein, Nicholas Poran, Brandon King, Shamar Josephs, Gudakesh Moti, Romario Shepard, Andre Russell, and what's his name again? Chevron. Yeah, so that's the team. So what do you think about that West Indies team? I'd love to hear your thoughts, right? No Kyle Myers in the team. You understand me? Sunil Narayan decided I think he was not going to be a part of any West Indies T20 thing. But so tell me. But we have the JPL to talk about, and we're gonna have Mr. Paul Christie, but we also have Mr. Rudolph Speed because his Cavaliers team has been on break for a while. How many weeks? A few weeks now. So let's see how they are ready and prepared for the high flying, defensively sound Xavier Gilbert coach with national pedigree versus a coach who cannot yet secure a job at the national level. Let's see. Rudolph Speed. Good morning. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. You're muted. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. Good morning. You're muted, Mr. Speed. Oh, it looked like him listening to something I'm talking. So let's see. Yeah. Thank you, Tyrone. First super of the day. Mr.
Thank
Speed,
you, man is man. Sorry, I was checking some boxes.
Former champions, finalists, highest, went the furthest in CONCACAF Club Championship as of recent, right? Players, I mean, an entire squad with some level of national selection at call up at some speed, at some level, not some speed, right? I mean, loaded team, not playing for a while against, like I said, the high flying, national coached Arnett Gardens, right? Who normally when they get to this part of the program over the years do exceptionally well. How is Cavaliers having taken such a long break preparing for this big showdown at Sabina Park on Sunday?
So most of what you say, you're accurate. We do have all our players are not national players. But what you said was, we took a break and we haven't been able to get even one practice game. So it is a big problem for us. We haven't been able to get one practice game. Every time we try to get one against a good team, it does not work out. So that's where we are now. But I mean, we're not. Look here. If you had asked me if I wanted to be here, and don't get the game that I still choose here. So we have to just work with what we have. So we might be a little bit rusty when we start, but we expect, to pick it up as the game go along.
We also have joining us. Do I have to introduce this man? You can see behind him that he is the man from the Pleasant Mount up in Mount Pleasant, defending champion, team coach by former national coach, the Galaxy of Stars. You understand me? Well prepared, well financed. Mount Pleasant. We have Mr. Paul Christie. Mr. Christie, you're here with the team that you defeated last year in the finals. I mean, how has Mount Pleasant been preparing for this one? having had such a long layoff, Mr. Speed said that they could not secure a practice match against a good team. What was the fate of Mount Pleasant during this time of being docile?
Well, good morning to you, Mr. Speed, and the rest of the listening audience. We are happy to be in this privileged position. We have not been taking it for granted. The preparation has started from July last year, and we already spoke about layoff and all of that. All of that was a part of our preparation. So we are in a point where there's no excuse, and the moment is here, the time is now. So operations May 19 is still on target, and it's basically the point where we speak through the rectangles now.
When you use those elaborate and terms, what you mean that speaks through the triangles? You have to explain that to the people who are not.
Rectangles.
Oh, what do you mean by speaking through the rectangle? Because some people don't understand those terms, Mr. Christie.
It's time to play ball.
The rectangle, the field. People, me I tell you. What were you able to secure practice games, during the break? I know that may have been difficult, but how did that go?
That was a part of our planning, so we had no such issues. We had done our match simulation, and it went relatively well, and we are still on target.
All right, Mr. Speedy or Mr. Christie, their plans didn't start, this year. They started from last year, already knowing that they would have been in this position where they would be on a break, already making preparations to play a practice game. I mean, did you have that kind of a comprehensive planning at Cavaliers where you kind of, had May 19 as your target from the league finish last year, knowing that you'd probably be 1 or 2 and kind of made preparation so you wouldn't have the dilemma of can't find in any game?
No. We wouldn't be so presumptuous as to say we're going to come first or second. So
hold on, if I might interrupt, let me do some clarity on my statement. We would have prepared for all eventualities. So if we are in position number 6, then we would have activated that plan. We have been fortunate to be in position number 1, so we have activated that plan.
All right. Okay. So you had several plans, and so you activated the first place playoff plan, right? Okay. All right, Mr. Speed, continue.
Right. So we were not. We and then we had another issue because our players was so tired we didn't really get a rest from last year. So that was one of the issues that we have. Players was really tired. So we welcomed the rest when we got it. So we kind of almost stand down for the first 2 weeks and was just trying to build up back for the second 2 weeks. I mean, we were like training every other day, not trying to save the legs. So yeah, I mean, we're in a different position. Welcome the rest. But once we started to try to get games to play, every time we ask one of the good teams that we want to play them, we hear them are playing Mount Pleasant. So that's really what.
I don't like how you're dragging Mount Pleasant into your thing, Mr. Smith. But what you say on the you said that the players have been tired because you're in the club championship, would have been rested. But in terms of injuries, all players fit and rearing to go.
No, we have injuries, because Ronaldo Barrett, one of the more really good midfielders, he's out for the season. He won't be able to play, and Adrian Reed struggling to get back. So we have 2 serious injuries that will come. We're looking at right now. Going to be a factor, I think.
Yeah. Mr. Christie, how about things from your side in terms of injuries to players? I know that you had like Isaacs coming back at the back end of the season. Topi was out for quite a while as well. So how you stay on that? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. All our players are fully registered and represented.
What on, man? You're not concentrate, man.
At Mount Pleasant, we operate on a principle instead of players. So we have a next man up approach. So we are not here to discuss injuries or anything else but the first phase of our operation, which will be on May 5th, 8 p.m. at Savannah Park. That's what we are concentrating on.
Okay. All right. So no clues there as to whether or not the players are healthy and fit. All right. It's just that they're newly registered. All right. That's
and they are already. They are already and available for service.
Okay. All right. Mr. Speed, you're asking where is your logo backdrop like Mount Pleasant? Couple of people asking.
Oh, that's fine. I'm not a full-time Mount Pleasant employee, so you know.
No, they're not asking. No, they're asking for the Cavaliers one.
But it won't be behind me. I'm not a full-time employee. Cavaliers don't really pay me. I'm not an employee, so you won't see the backdrop behind me. When you interview an employee, you'll see it.
Oh, so you're not employed by a Cavalier, or we're not. Let's talk about the first game. The first game will be Arnett Gardens versus Cavaliers. That is I know there is some conflict with the time. Is it 5 and 8 or 4 and 7?
5 and 8.
5 and 8.
5 and 8. So Cavaliers, Arnett Gardens, 5 and 8. This is the first leg. The second leg will be played the following Sunday at the same venue.
5 and 8.
All right, cool. All right. So Mr. Speed, I mean, Arnett Gardens kind of changed up the formation. They kind of played with a very they didn't use a lot of width. They kind of played very narrow in their last game, deploying a 4-2, which is just saying that they made the adjustment based on how the first game went. I think the first game Portmore had brought in the Emilio Rosso basically from that role that he normally goes up and down and brought him inside to kind of man mark Fabian Reed. So the Arnett Garden made the adjustment, which is saying that you don't know what they're going to do, except that they'll probably adjust to what Cavalier is known to.
Why you underestimate the technical skills of Mr. Waterhouse? He has been here before.
No, I'm not underestimate. I'm asking him the question now. So based on what you have seen of Arnett Gardens, I mean, do you prepare your team based on Cavalier style, or you prepare them keeping in mind the opponent that you're going up against?
Well, I mean, I can do either way. I can decide, and I can decide what to do on match day. I can say, okay, let them worry about me. I'm not worrying about them. Or I could just worry about them and tweak the tactics to deal with them. I could just say, let them handle what we're going to come with. So there's two ways I can approach it. And I'll probably even leave it as late as when I see the match card from Arnett.
Okay. So in your tactical training, you really prepare your team to play Cavaliers way.
Yeah, that's our game model. But I can switch and play some other way if I want to, because they are trained to do that too.
Okay. I mean, what have been the results like this season between Arnett and Cavaliers? You guys would have played 2 times this season?
Yeah, I mean, one at a time it was drawn and we win one of the games. But, I mean, that don't count for nothing. Portmore had beaten Arnett Garden twice for the season, so that's neither here or there. It's a new game. So, I am not even looking at that. That is gone. Done.
Okay. The other thing is that the 2 higher seed teams got knocked out. Is it what is going to happen, because Portmore and Tivoli were 3rd and 4th. They have been knocked out by the 5th and the 6th place team. Is there any concerns?
Well, I mean, some of the time why that happened is because the team that has to struggle to get into the playoffs, will probably be more sharp, paying attention to more details. So teams can have a false sense of security. And that's something that we have to make sure so we don't have. But over the years, if you have noticed the Premier League, a lot of teams that struggle to get in, they have done extremely well in the playoffs.
All right, so Mr. Christie, Mount Pleasant, they go up at 8-7. We said against Waterhouse. Waterhouse has been undefeated in quite a while. I mean, they had to really get going to qualify, just beating out Mobile United to actually qualify in that spot. You understand me? Shenanigans on the last day, some people would say, but they have looked very well. They have been better defensively. They have brought in, I think, Christopher Matthews, who was at Tivoli Gardens, and since he has come in, they have looked better in terms of defensively. They also made an adjustment in the second leg because Speid Christie, I think his name is, you player you know very well. Is Speid Christie?
Yes.
Yes, that's his name.
Right. So he came on late in that game because they took him out. They didn't start him as they did in the first game. So they, having seen what Tivoli Gardens had to offer, they made adjustments. I mean, you have played them a couple of times, right? This season. What were the results like? And do you prepare the Mount Pleasant way? Are you prepare with, considering what Waterhouse can do and will do, and try as best to prepare to negate all of their strengths so you can come out victorious? How does the team prepare for that, and what are the results of the games that were played between you and Waterhouse in the regular season?
Well, you spoke about Waterhouse is in good form. If you check the game history, Mount Pleasant would have been in a better form. The last team would have beaten us was in the last round, which was Arnett Gardens. So we are also in very good stead. As it relates to the head-to-head, they would have been drawn. They draw with us at Jacksall 0-0, and we beat them 1-0 at Jewsland for the first time. So, as it relates to preparation, we continue to trust the technical expertise led by Mr. Theodore Whitmore and Mr. Davian Ferguson, and we trust the physical preparation led by Mr. Lamar Morgan, and our doctor report led by Mr.
Bershakur.
And we have met several times for the past month, maybe 9 or 10 times. We have checked, we have double, triple, quadruple checked, and we have placed most, if not all, eventuality at stake. And at this point, we would have endeavored to eliminate all excuses and allow the rectangle to speak, and we are prepared to live with the result from there on.
Yeah. Someone asked a very important question earlier. They asked, like in some of the football games, you see the match day squad release. Is there a set time by which where they say that when do teams have to deliver their match squad for JPL matches? Is it 1 hour before, or like in you can tell like who is going to be in like the Arsenal squad or whatever, or the City squad, like earlier, so people can actually begin to posture team in particular way and say, okay, maybe they're going to use this person, that person. What is this? What is it with the JPL?
Well, there are such principle that is established by the Jamaica Football Federation and the JPL as well. And Mount Pleasant continue to adhere by the principle that has existed by those. I think it's you have up until 1 hour before the game to release your squad. But we would have released our squad long before that, though.
Okay. Okay. Same thing with Cavaliers, Mr. Speid. And then when it is released, who is it released to? To the JPL?
We have a social media group led by Mr. Nia Oxford, and he would have on time all the time, and he would have been on time all the time to give our social media followers access to our squad, and we continue to do that.
All right, Mr. Speed, how is it with Cavaliers where that is concerned?
All right, you have to repeat your question.
It's about the match day squad. Like when is your squad released? Is it 1 hour before or
No. Our squad will be up on our social media sites like tomorrow from Saturday.
Okay. I didn't know that, man. That's very good though by the league, man. That teams can do that. Those who operate social media.
It will be on our site. I don't know what will happen to other teams. I'm saying
no.
Our squad
Well, Mr. Christie just said that it will be on theirs.
Okay.
So that's good though.
Before 12 o'clock Saturday it will be up.
Okay. All right, Mr. Christie, you know that fan support is really significant. Mount Pleasant is in St. Anne, but generally they have good support going into. What have you been doing to kind of, seeing that there has been such a long layoff for the fans to ensure that you have your large fan base traversing to Kingston to, because you're going up against a Waterhouse that is also They have a strong fan base. You previously served some time at Waterhouse, so you'd understand that when they are in this place, the fans play an important role. What are you doing to ensure that Mount Pleasant can outnumber, because the 13th man, the fans in the stands can outnumber Waterhouse in Kingston?
All right, and I'm going to go back to history, and although history is irrelevant at this time, but for our two encounters for this season, the Mount Pleasant fans would have outnumbered the Waterhouse fans, both at Jacksal and at Jerusalem. Notwithstanding, we respect the achievements of the former champion, and we will continue to respect them. But however, we are not focusing on them. The people of St. Anne, we would have taken care of St. Anne, and I can bet your last dollars and will be taking care of us, and they'll be coming out in their full numbers, and Mount Pleasant will be okay.
Okay. I know in previous times you'd have a transportation available for, I think, some of the more die-hearted fans. Is there
we would have segmented that now, and we have gone to our fan club, and they take care of that. And so I don't have a lot of details of how that will be done, but details will be forthcoming in the next interview.
All right, awesome. Mr. Speed, a lot of people say that Cavaliers really don't have any real fan base, but the fans who support Cavaliers are the people who want the other team to lose. So the people who want Arnett to lose, like Portmore fans now, will become Cavaliers fan because they want Cavaliers. I mean, what are you doing to increase your fan base? Because you're going up against probably the team with probably the strongest fan base right now. I would say in local football, or that doesn't matter. The fans don't matter. It is what happened on the pitch that matters. And once you win that battle on the pitch, you don't care if you have 1 or if you have 1,000 fans in the stand.
Well, that last statement is correct too. But the truth is, whenever I'm at any game and we score, especially these big games, at least 1/3 of the people stand up and jump up and cheer for us. So I'm one, and them in a white too. So I'm wondering who are those people. So I'm not buying that. When it comes to playoff time, we have a good amount of fans that follow us. So I'm not buying that argument that we don't have any fan base. Yes, some of our games don't come mainly because over the last we were building a fan base at the Stadium East before, professional football took over the games, and most of the time they ask us to play away in their promotions, and we have done that, and I think that has not helped. But no, we have a good enough fan bases as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. So, Mr. Christie, I mean, the games, I think there were close to 10,000 fans, I believe, at Sabina Park.
No, but it can hold almost 11,000 full, 11,000. Some people say up to 13,000 in some cases. So we'll see.
Sabina Park?
Yeah, I know the North Stand is 5,000. Georgia is like 5,500. when, you know, for
So we never did. We probably had like 8,000 or 7,000 then.
Yeah, and then remember you have the Mount that can hold up maybe 1,000, and then you have Kingston Cricket Club who, if you use all of the space, you can hold a good amount of those. And you're probably up to about 12. You go over 12,000, but to 13 if it's full.
Okay, so is the expectation that for the semifinals, probably the turnout is going to be greater, Mr. Christie, than what we would have seen in the playoffs?
Well, as I've said before, we have represented the people of St. Anne very well, and they will not be hesitant to represent us. The people of St. Anne go where Mount Pleasant go.
Okay, I mean, you have two persons you have to contend with, because Jefferson is a former Mount Pleasant player, and Andre Fletcher.
Correction. Jefferson is a Mount Pleasant player.
So is he allowed to play?
No.
Seeing that he's also Jefferson will not be allowed to play.
No. He's a player on loan.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that rule applied in Jamaica. So because he's on loan from Mount Pleasant, he cannot play against Mount Pleasant. Wow. It's interesting.
The loan agreement would have clearly dictates that, sir.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting. So you only have Andre Fletcher.
I was in a conversation earlier this week, and I was told that Waterhouse was planning to use the player. However, since then I've reviewed the actual contract, which was signed by the general manager of Waterhouse, that the player, Waterhouse is not permitted to field the player in any competitive game with Mount Pleasant, and failure to do so, Waterhouse would have forfeited all 3 points. And
okay, so that is a contractual arrangement, yes, not a league rule.
That's a contractual arrangement.
Okay. Well, but should, Mr. Speid, I mean, you think that should be a league rule that if a player is loaned, he cannot play against the team that he's loaned from?
Before Mr. Speid answer, let me expound on that. In certain case, though, it would be a case-by-case scenario, because what if I have a player who I want to get playing time regardless of the opposition, even if it's with us, then the loan agreement would dictate that. But in this case, that was what the loan agreement dictates. So it's not a general. We would have loan players last season to Falkland, and he was able to play against us. So.
Okay, and then your loan players to Dumby Holland, were they able to play against Mount Pleasant?
No.
Oh, so it's a case-by-case basis.
Yes, the relevant committees, the technical committees, and the relevant committee would have sat and made a decision on case by case, and we adhere by whatever decision the committee would have arrived at.
Okay, so Mr. Speid, shouldn't this be is this a rule across the league, or it's like I said, like Mr. Christie is saying, it's really based on the club and the specific players and what you want to achieve? You kind of determine you can play, you can't play, kind of a thing.
Yeah, that's the way it is, and that's the way it has always been. The club have a personal responsibility. So like Ball would never give, well, big team no borrow players still, but
yeah.
if Mount Pleasant would never lend Cavaliers a player and allow the player to play against Mount Pleasant. So he picks the ones that he wants, players that he wants to play. You know, him don't care if the player play, and then him do a thing with the clubs them that him kind of like a bit afraid of. So it's a case of him afraid of Waterhouse.
Well, for the record, Mount Pleasant does that. Loan players, we don't want trials as well. You want to player pay for him, and we have those principles that we establish and adhere to as well.
I mean, how would you evaluate the league? Just the general play across the league this season, in comparison to last season, Mr. Speid. Would you say that you have seen improvement? coming out of last year in terms of the play, the coaching, team organization, like on the field stuff. And then I'll come to Mr. Christie with that. Have you seen improvement to say, boy, we're going in the right direction in terms of the play and the tactical maneuvers by the coaches and the technical ability and the tactical know-how of the players? How would you evaluate it, and what is a key area? And Mr. Christie, I'm going to come to you with this question: that what is a key area you think like we can add to make even next season better?
Well, I must tell you that yes, because it's not just the players and the coaches. Also, your spectators and other people talking about tactics and commentators, everybody into this tactics and who would coach who. You just make the league much more exciting. And you can see people pay attention to what their opposition is doing. So eventually you'll have more astute players playing in the league, better coaching, better players. The league will always get better. I mean, it's just amazing of what is happening. And as you know, that the rules will change again as to coaching qualification for next season, that you must have a B license. So last year it was you must be registered in a B license class. This year the rule change, it will change it. It's going to be you must have a B license, so you must have completed that course. So all is going to happen. Better coaches make better players, better coaches make better teams make better league. So we're really going in the right direction. And we hope to have an A license course in Jamaica this year before the end of the year again. So we're looking towards changing the rules again by the following season to say you must have been enrolled in an A license course, or you have to have an A license depending on our offering. So it's just exciting time, and I think we're going in the right direction, and there's more to come.
Yeah, Mr. Christie, you want to take that question as well? I mean, what is your take?
Speed would have said it. I couldn't say it any better than Mr. Speed. Only one addition: the condition of the pitches is a genuine concern, but as it relates to strategy, technically and tactically, I think that we are on our upward trajectory in comparison to years gone by, and we aspire to continue on that trajectory. And yes, I think we are improving.
Yeah. So I'm glad you touched on that point. I mean, but what are we going to do? When I consider, for example, like Draxal, it's kind of almost like it will not get any rest until the league restart, because one, there's going to be like Division 1, Major League, high school football, female football, the under 17, JFF under 17 league, the under 15, the under 13. So my question is, like, let's look at say Draxal, for example. What can Mount Pleasant do to ensure that come next season they have a more immaculate surface to really play on that? When I mean, it was better this year, I must say, than in previous years. And I know there were some initial complaints with the bumpiness of the surface, but I think would have seen where it even though it wasn't properly grasped many times, which is understandable given our climate and our weather condition, it looked like the ball was able to roll more smoothly on the surface. But what else can be done for Mount Pleasant in particular? And then I'll get to Mr. Speed, to ensure that whenever you step out on a Sunday for a home game, you have one of the best surfaces to play football on in the league.
All right, let me start by addressing it this way. Draxal is not the only pitch in St. Ann, and until all the stakeholders in the parish of St. Ann recognize and understanding that we are on display for the parish and activate and use some alternate venues. And I can also tell you that the leadership of Mount Pleasant is prepared to actually assist and to facilitate upgrade and improvement and the general pitch as well as the stadium. However, that plan has not been able to be activated based on the fact that we hear this old cliche that, oh, we have to play this and we have to play that. The truth of the matter, Draxal is not the only pitch in St. Ann. So if we are truly, and I say if we are truly committed to this process, then we can actually activate very good alternate fields. And and show the product the respect that it deserves. Yeah, and reduce the traffic on the primary pitch for the parish of Centre.
That's a very good point. I'm wondering if could be, because I suspect that probably the challenge is it is probably the only venue where they can collect at the gate or can be played in the evening. The other venues, I think the only other one that could happen where they have collecting at the gate is probably up in Brownstone. Which is basically going to be major issues logistically, because I'm thinking like, can the secondary field be upgraded, set up in such a way, fenced around, where people have to pay to get into it? All right, it has lights over there, so if they want to play at night, that way games don't have to be played on the main field. Could that be an approach, or say, okay,
that conversation has that been made? We have made that suggestion. However, the approach, and I think I might get in some trouble for saying the Mount Pleasant Football Academy.
I don't want you to get in any trouble, so maybe you do.
Against that approach, meaning like, if you want to play on this field, go and fix that field. And we are in a partnership, and we are prepared to be a part of whatever will improve and add value to the product. But the notion that we should go and get the next pitch, we are not in ownership of this pitch. But one, I think we are not prepared to really and truly be committed to the process. That is our greatest concern that we are having here at Mount Pleasant, that we want to play good football. The pitch is not conducive to good football based on the condition of the surface. We recognize that, and we have engaged to remedy said situation. However, we keep on hearing that old cliche, yes, but it's that Mount Pleasant alone represents Centre. And we are aware of that, but if we are truly partners in the way forward, then we would have a discussion around the table, seek for solution instead of pointing out what exists, because we are already aware of what exists. However, for the levels to take it to a different level, then all parties will have to have a discussion and move one way together. But that is not happening right now.
All right, Mr. Speid, same question to you. What can be done for Cavaliers? I know you play some of your games at the Stadium East. I think that's where you played most of your games, but you're probably a couple of different locations. I think you played early in the season. You played at Arnett Gardens.
Well, since after the pandemic, the truth is we hardly ever play a Stadium East anymore. We always just somewhere else, mainly because a lot of time they ask us to be in the televised game, so we go anywhere the televised game is, and so we play sometimes a few games at Sabina, we play a few games at Arnett, a few at whenever we're not playing away, and we play a few at Stadium East. One of the things why I don't worry, it kind of work against us in terms of having a base where our fans will know that we are there every other Sunday. But the truth is we always play on some of the best pitches because of how we travel around all the time and play. It also helps us to be tough. The team, have a different mentality because we're almost always away. And we're not afraid to do it. We go and do it gladfully. One of the things we know is that, the playoffs will always be away. So it helps us to prepare for that too.
Yeah, that's it. Because I think like let me just come back to the Draxall field. I think in terms of its width, it's like ideal to get good quality football because of the size of it. So if when the surface is good, you have.
But I disagree with you because it's just too big. As a matter of fact, in other leagues overseas, all the fields are the same size. They don't do
No. In the EPL, all the league fields are not the same size.
They are within a kind of category.
Some are at the minimum, Some are at the maximum.
No, none of them is at the minimum size.
Yes, like Brentford. I'm telling you, some of the
None of them
field.
is at the minimum size.
No,
field,
no, the minimum standard for the EPL, not
Oh,
right. Because I
okay.
know like the Emirates field is like West Ham new field. So I think like the fields are different size.
Mr. Host, might I say this though? I resent what Mr. Speed is saying because that has implication, saying that our field is too big. Why I resent that? There's a parent body that would have visited, inspected, and approved or rejected the field that would have been presented, and it would have been successfully inspected and met all the requirements that is established by the parent body, which is the JFF.
No, there's a minimum size field and there's a maximum size based on FIFA guidelines, right? I'm not saying you're out of the maximum size. I think you're probably at the maximum size. I'm just saying for good football, most people use 115 times 75. Yours is much bigger than that.
No, but isn't the field the same width as the national stadium though?
No, it's bigger than the national
yeah.
stadium. Yes, much bigger.
Jackson, no man.
Well, you know what you used to measure? Just look where the 18-yard box stop from where the throw line is, and you know. That's all the part you need to use to measure it, and you will know.
All right, you're using the eye test. I'll get the specs on both. But Dumble Holland field, but you also have on the other side because Dumble Holland field is small.
Yes. I'm saying most for good football, you want most field to be the same size. That's all I'm saying. I don't know what Duclan's saying wrong about, but I'm
because the fields in the EPL are so varied. Luton field, I mean, Brentford, the fields are so different.
Yes, you're used to the EPL, but there's other leagues where the field are the same.
Standard side. Okay. All right. You know what I also want to ask both of you, because both of you I suspect will also, just to segue to the under 17 competition that is coming up. Both of these clubs will be in it, right, Mr. Christie? I know Mr. Speed said that he's going to be in it. Will Mount Pleasant be participating, and how is that going?
Well, at Mount Pleasant Football Academy, we just want to play football, and as long as there is a competition that has established, we will endeavor to try to meet whatever requirements so that we are eligible to play football, and we have successfully done that already. So we will be a part of the competition that has established by the JFF. Yes, sir.
Okay, and I know Mr. Speed had answered that a couple of weeks ago. All right, you want to tell the fans who are watching Mr. Speed and Mr. Christie where they can get those who want to come out and support Cavaliers, because a lot of the fans complain and say it's so difficult to get the jerseys for the club, even on the website. When they go on the website, especially the people in the diaspora, you can't pay. You put it in the cart, and then once you go there, you can't pay. Don't know if that issue has been resolved, but how can the people get the Mount Pleasant merchandise to purchase?
Right.
How can they get the Cavaliers merchandise?
Let me address the people in the diaspora. If you follow our IG page, you will see clearly how to make contact, and we have been guiding that process. As it relates to our local fans, from now until midday Sunday, Premier League tickets as well as memorabilia, including fan gears, replicas, and fan shirts, will be at the Booth gas station at Jackson.
So at the Booth gas station in Jackson, you have Mount Pleasant merchandise on sale. That's all the way up until Saturday.
No, Sunday midday.
Sunday midday. Okay. Yes. All right. So you hear that, people? If you want Mount Pleasant merchandise, Boost gas station, you can give us some of the prices for the items that will be there. You have scarves and flags and jerseys and hats and cups and yeah. Go ahead, Mr. Christie.
Yes, sir. You are correct, and we are still trying to acquire some more memorabilia before Sundays, and we know that it's an ongoing operation which will take us right into May 19th. So yes, for the remainder of the season.
I like the confidence. May 19th.
All 4 teams will be playing on May 19th, though, you know.
Okay. That is true too.
Yeah. So we decide where we play, and we have no excuse on that. So we have been preparing for this. We are here, as I said before. The moment is here. The time is now, and we trust the preparational and strategical plans that our technical and medical and physical team, as well as our kitmen, groundsmen, who would have been a part of the entire process. And we are here now, and as I said before, rectangle, and rectangle again.
All right, Sham 6 says that he's going by booth later, so make sure that the replica jersey is there.
They're already there, sir.
All right, Mr. Speed, what about the Cavaliers merchandise? Which gas station they can get them?
Sorry, we don't have any gas station, but you can come to Winchester Business Center, 15 Oak Road, shop 5, and you can get your jersey there. We have the black and the white, so you can get your jersey there. So.
All right. There you go. When was the last time we had a back-to-back champion in the JPL? And which team was it?
It was not Portmore United did it about 3-4 years ago, back-to-back over Waterhouse twice.
Yes, he is correct. We are not taking any of those issues for granted. We are in full respect of all the former champions that are here, and we are not there. We have not even considered harboring those thoughts. All we are focusing right now, all our energy is on May 5th. That is guaranteed to us. So we are not even going to move ahead to all of those things. I think we are going to do it one day at a time, one game at a time, and then we live with the results.
All right. And the May 19th final will be played where and what time?
I think it's 8 p.m. at the National Stadium.
On May 19th.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm all right. Any of you will be in the finals?
Well, our preparation would have also taken the finals into consideration. So we have been preparing for these moments, and we don't want to show any form of disrespect to our opponent and make a bold prediction. However, we are preparing as part of getting to the finals. Well, Waterhouse would have been a part of our preparation, and yes, we are very clear that we have to successfully navigate this hurdle in order to get to the final. So.
Okay. All right.
So if you wanted to go, we are back-to-back champion. Before that, it would have been Arnett in 2001, 2002.
Okay.
We have had a back-to-back champion.
And then Reno before that.
So it's a really rare thing.
Yeah. I think Reno, Arnett Gardens, I think, and then
Reno would have done it in 1990 and 1991.
Yeah.
And, I think before that, the only team that would have done it would have been Santos. For 4 years straight, 73, 74, 76, 77. They would have done it 4 years straight, beating Cavaliers twice, beating Boystown twice. So, yeah, it's a rare feat, not very often done. Only done by, that's 4 teams before. And only 14 teams has ever won the Premier League. So these are some 14 teams, with Mount Pleasant being the last. In the league now, for the last 4 teams, you have 10 titles between the 4 teams there. And just another fun fact, the team that played the most game in the Premier League would have been Waterhouse, Harbourview, Tivoli Garden, and Arnett Garden. Those would have been the team that played the most football in the Premier League.
Yeah. Duclan is saying, still haven't heard anything about the online solution. The majority of the person interested in the jersey will not buy at the match, because he's saying, like, for the people overseas who want the jerseys to buy.
And I'm saying that has already been remedied. If he's following our IG and our Facebook page, you would have seen.
Okay, so for persons who want Mount Pleasant jersey, you can go on Mount Pleasant IG and Facebook pages, and then you'll have access to the jersey from there. All right. What
Yes.
about Cavaliers, Mr. Speed?
No, I mean, we remember, they're supposed to be merchandising done by where you can get it online, which is the league.
As well as the JPL.
Yeah, which is,
JPL thing now work, man.
well, I'm a technical person. Don't ask me nothing about it.
All right.
I'm gonna know where you can get it physically, which may just tell everybody. So if you want.
Okay. All right, Mr. Christie, Sham6, who said that he's going out to the gas station to get the jerseys, asking him what is the price. Somebody told him 7,500. Is that the price?
That is correct, sir.
You
All right,
have
7,500.
to pay them money there for champion jersey. Or was it 6,000?
I just said Mr. Christie.
He is correct. The price was 7,500 last year, and we have not put an increase in spite of inflation. We are mindful of our clientele and our customer base. So, although
money your jersey price and you drop female by $1,500 immediately. 6,000.
Well, at Mount Pleasant, we are trendsetters. We do not follow what other clubs do. So we try to adhere by our principle that we have existed.
Jason Warner, I wasn't being dismissive. I just don't know. I'm not going to say something that I don't know. I just don't know all the merchandising.
Let me see if I can find out from Owen Hill.
Yeah, I don't even do it for Cavalier either. It's really me of other people. I just don't know.
Let me see. Let me find out. Let me see if I can find purchase. Let me just see if I can the jerseys. Let me find out quickly and see if I can help you.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll link in the PFJL. All right. Anything else? I mean, I don't know anything else you guys want to add. Somebody was asking about injuries with Cavaliers. I think Mr. Speed answered that. He said that Ronaldo Barrett is out for the season, and
Adrian Reed struggling.
Adrian Reed is struggling. I think those are the two.
Mr. Christie
said that when Mr. Christie was asked about injury, let me just say this. He said all his players are registered. So you take from that what you you take from that what you want. Go ahead, Mr. Christie.
All right. In the case of I hear Mr. Speed mentioning two players. However, the said Mr. Speed would have clearly stated to us in previous interviews that he has a manufacturing plant. He has a next man approach. So I am a little bit baffled by his pronouncement pointing out that one or two players are out. He was the first one who was basically said it in not so many words that he operates on a principle, not on players.
Yeah, but I mean, those two players would have started in the final last year, so they have a lot of experience. They would have Adrian would have played in the match the semi-final the year before, so there's a lot of experience there. Plus, I'm going to give a fact. Do you know that most inventions were done by young people before them get a certain age? So those people have the X factor because them young people very unpredictable. So it helps in football, even though you're playing a structured system, it helps, for that, one flash of brilliance. Usually the younger you are, usually you pull it out. So that's how it is. But I'm not complaining. Somebody just asks and I just tell them what the situation was.
Is it Ronaldo Barrett a former Mount Pleasant player?
Yeah, Mount Pleasant didn't think he was any good, so we had to take him.
Well, I don't know what was the situation with that. It was after... that was done long before I was a part of the Mount Pleasant outfit.
So we just, as you know, we just have to look if there's any more down there that we can get. So,
no, those were the days, right, Mr. Christie? Not anymore.
No, those were the days gone by.
As I said, we're going to look. I never say what was going to happen.
Yes, Mr. Speed doesn't dictate what happens at Mount Pleasant. from here on, and he's very aware of that.
Yeah, but didn't they just get Wilberforce last year as well?
No, there were some technical issues there. That player has never been a Mount Pleasant player. I think it was another St. club. I don't know if I'm permitted to call the name of that club.
Okay.
But he was a St. club that had ties with Mount Pleasant.
He has never been registered with Mount Pleasant club.
Okay.
Can you say otherwise? Because I'm not aware of that.
My understanding that he was transferred from Mount Pleasant to that club.
That Mr. Speid, you're on an international platform. You have to be more responsible.
That was the case. Well,
no, sir. He has never been affiliated with Mount Pleasant Football Club.
And
never.
they also, I don't know. They seem to be getting players because they.
Well, he was in the academy. He was in Mount Pleasant Academy training one.
Mr. Speid, you are aware that players from other clubs are also in the Mount Pleasant Football Academy.
Okay.
So the academy.
Right. So don't say he was affiliated. Just say he passed through.
All right, I need to come and put some restraint on these players moving to Cavaliers because Matthew Ellis is also there, and Matthew Ellis was at Mount Pleasant at some point.
Well, it was a three-way decision between Mr. Speid from Cavalier, Mount Pleasant, and another club in Linstead, and we came to an amicable solution which would see it in the benefit the player as the benefactor of that move, and he has ended up.
Well, I'm going to close all. Look like I'm going to have to close all the windows and the doors down by Mount Pleasant and build the wall taller because Mr. Speid seemed to be peeping over there.
Well, listen, the truth of the matter is
that the 6 young players come the other way. Remember, we have also Roger Arthurs and we have Keanu Jackson from there.
And those players are long before my time. Mr. Speid only can speak of 2 players. Since I'm here 2 years, 2 players, Matthew Ellis and Shaji.
Fine. We only want to get 1 next year. So if it even if I go down 3, then 2, then 1, that's fine.
And the only player you have been able to move from Mount Pleasant was Jamai Topi and Rankin. So you have also
players from it. Topi, Rankin.
Duxley was also a champion.
Duxley and
get 3. I'm gonna get
3.
6.
Yeah, so and this is the business of football, where whatever benefits the player, we are prepared to facilitate that.
You know, he talks about, so he got 6 for way less than what you got 3 for.
I don't have all the financial details about because some of those players was long before my time. So I can't speak with any authority on the details of the transaction. Yeah.
All right. But this is good. Listen, one of the things that has happened is that the football is getting exciting again, and I hope the momentum continues to be built and seeing. I know that what are the prices for the tickets for the game for those who want to attend who may not know. Can you tell them the ticket prices? Mr. Christie, what are you doing for your fans to get? Because some people say they don't want to go, they want to get their tickets before. What is Mount Pleasant doing to help its fans?
As stated clearly on this very said platform a couple of minutes ago, Mount Pleasant memorabilia along with tickets for this leg final can be purchased at the boot gas station, Jackson. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Balakar, see Mr. Christie here, sir. You're right here. You can call in Mount Pleasant fan. That yesterday had the shirt for you a long time. You travel from Trelawney because Mount Pleasant have a fan base in Trelawney. Mount Pleasant have a fan base in St. Mary. Mount Pleasant have a fan base in Montego Bay. Mount Pleasant have a fan, of course, in St. Anne. They have
Westmoreland as well, and Kingston. St. Catherine has a few.
And St. Catherine, there you go. And you
Westmoreland,
know what?
Westmoreland as well, sir.
Yeah, man. And Hanover and Portland. I don't know. I think right now, Mount Pleasant have probably one of the largest
fan base in St. Thomas as well, sir.
Whoa. Careful about Portland because Mr. Speid come from Portland, you know. But we have Balakar online. Balakar, welcome. We have Paul Christie from Mount Pleasant and Rudolph Speid, the 2 finalists from last year. They're on live. Good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, man. Good afternoon to everybody, man. So Paul Christie, me know, so you don't remember still, you know, but
Good afternoon, sir. Yeah.
they carry Chulani team for my final, you see me, but when time the final is done, forward and may attack, I say, oh, this can see a ball of car, man. You see me? I did say, me not
I
for worry
remember.
myself, you go make Laddie or Richie make me get the thing there. So, we have to go come buy that myself then, because by the time I know you probably get busy. You see me?
One thing, Balakar, if
Sorry,
Mr. Christie,
let me
I
address that.
can say this. If he
Let me address
promises, go ahead. Yeah.
Let me address that. I would not want to have Ladell Rich or any other player being involved or associated with any seals at this time. So you would have had long enough time to have an arrangement and ensure that that was successfully done. However, my lines are open. I will ensure that you get it and you can speak to me offline and I'll facilitate that process.
Yeah, man. Balakar, one thing I can tell Mr. Christie, if he promise you that he's going to give you it, you don't have to buy it, he will give you it. If him tell us you have to buy it, I promise you have to buy it. And this is just my thing with him. You know, it's not like Mr. Speed will tell me, say, oh, give me the jersey, then he said, change his mind, call me a support Bone Pleasant, and he now give me no more jersey. I'm saying, where you really are going to say, all right, I'll send a jersey for you. What size you wear? Me now give you no jersey, man, because I'm Bone Pleasant your support. You understand me?
I give your son a jersey.
Man.
Yeah, but
we have to try see. We have to try see if we can league are going to Chulan, you know.
okay.
Our league, you know, and you have to done before. I think you have to done before. The tier 2 playoff thing start back again.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, but you know you can buy the ticket for the game at the boot gas station, like Mr. Christie is saying though, because they're going to be at the boot gas station up until midday Sunday.
Because normally when we reach, we always buy it, you know.
No, man, they're selling ticket for the Mount Pleasant fan at boot gas station. So if you come up them time, you can buy a ticket and then, you know, drive go over early because there'll be entertainment, watch the Cavaliers game and stuff. So who you bringing in the first game? Cavaliers versus Arnett Gardens.
Arnett's one. Remember me tell you last time we talked. They for a straight road and I say I leave the game there alone because it look tricky. I say Mount Pleasant game, we know for sure say we go win. You understand me? But the Cavaliers game be kind of tricky, so we just leave the one there alone.
Oh, so okay, so you're not making a prediction for the Cavaliers versus Arnett Gardens. Why you say it's tricky?
Eh?
Why you say you're coach now, man? Give me some reason why you think it's tricky. When Cavaliers beat them one time this season and draw with them one time. I don't even think them scoring Cavaliers this season.
The game can go anywhere still, you know, man.
Based on what?
Based on, all right.
Cavaliers are the meanest team. You ever hear Jamaican say, man, mean like a star tree. Cavaliers mean man. When they come out and conceded goal either.
The meanest team in the Premier League, not Japan, man.
Oh, Portmore?
That's a Portmore.
Okay.
But when me, that's no money, man. Cavaliers can knock the ball. You know?
But you know that Portmore was playing without Rudolph Austin, who was a major part of them defense.
Yeah, that's your experience. But
maybe they chose
long time Rudolph Austin stop playing. Long time.
Okay.
Cavaliers can knock the ball, you know. That's when you get 60, 70 minutes. We don't know what kind of player or what running on it to the right fans, you know. When them start not leader, you know. Whether you can play or not, you just go feed them way, you know, man, is gone. They will get 10 chances and can't score from them, you know. And then get one and not stick in the net, you know.
Okay.
You understand? And Cavaliers have the...
It's a simple solution to that, though. If 10 chances won't score, Mr. Speed just have to create 12 chances.
Yeah, but the strike force that they have last year when Busy did the farm I have the striker you calling on this, so that now.
Balakar think like a coach. Mr. Speed has changed his approach. He was so dependent on
Alright,
Colin
at
Hansen
this
last year.
present
Now it's a
moment,
full team approach.
It's so like Balakar, it's so like you lean towards Arnett gun, although you say tricky in the ball.
listen what going on. At this present moment, me have one fan and me thought me see the game.
Yeah, but you have to be more responsible than that because you're a coach as well.
You can hurt. We don't see strike force this year for Cavaliers where can.
That is the point. That is the very point. They have tightened up on their defense and they're urging so many different ways. Last year they were very predictable. They came directly at you to Colin and Busy as well. This year and Webster.
This attack, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, they're approaching you with about 5 or 6 different goal scorers.
Yeah, what about the new player named Shaquille Stein? What are you talking about?
The number 7.
I think he scored a hat-trick.
Believe me, I tell you,
right?
they are more dynamic.
6 goals in 7 games. I think, what are you talking about?
He has the best conversion rate in the entire Premier League right now.
Now have Shanil, Thomas, Busy still there. Well rested.
Wow,
Calvin.
Calvin. Yeah.
Who's Calvin?
Jamaro Calvin.
No, Balakar. You can't do that. You have to be up to speed to know how much different ways Mr. Speed can hurt you. No pun intended. Yeah? You have to be up to speed to know that. Believe me, this Cavalier team this year is harder to predict than last year. So if you come to shut down Calvin,
no, Barrett is out for the season.
Mean Joe.
Yeah.
I want good talent that. So.
And in years gone by, even King pop up and score some goals. You have to understand that he can hurt you in so many ways, and he has a very mean defense, right?
All right. That Christie, I'm glad you touched on that. King is not the same like what we did once. Thing.
What has changed?
No disrespect to King. King game. I don't know why when the players them go overseas and them come back, them probably take the league and take some of the players them so them can't beat them.
Have you seen them in the semi-final since?
Well, I know, man. The youth that they play on the back, me see him as a more impact player for the last 2 years. The Cavaliers were.
Giovanni Lang.
Highlight. That I mean.
Ming?
Mean.
He has always been a good player, though, an excellent player at this level. But have you seen Mr. King in a semi-final since he has returned?
I've never seen a game with King since.
Have you seen him in a semi-final since he has returned from overseas duties?
No, this is the first semi-final Balakar.
Or will we judge how he performed in a semi-final? And
how much game King plays in?
No, what he said, Balakar, is that you can't judge him in the semi-final because you have not seen him in a semi-final. This is the first semi-final. That's all he's saying. I think that is the point he's making. Yeah.
But me just a simple say King is not the same like where in you.
Yeah, but Daniel Green also come back from overseas and play ball. So why King don't play ball?
You have players that play based on the moments and the occasion and all. So don't some things might look deceptive and you wonder, oh, he's lucky. No. People raise their level based on the intensity and the magnitude of the occasion.
It's a Christie. It's a Speed. We just say them things to me. Wait till we reach over bumpers and stuff. Because they have a lot over there now.
All right.
Well,
I'm just saying.
So let me help, Alec. All right, so let me help, Alec. First of all, last year we scored 47 goals. This year we scored 48. I don't know if anybody realized that. So we scored more goals this year without those players where you are talking about than last year. And last year we conceded 24
Hold on,
goals.
Balakar. Hold on. Go ahead.
Last year we conceded 24 goals. This year we conceded 17. Last year we conceded 24 goals. This year we conceded 17. What we have had to do is adjust when we lose certain players and try and do something different. So What you say? Balakar start the coaching.
Yeah, man. We're supposed to do him D license. I don't know when I wait for so long. I want to them get them license, you know.
What kind of license?
It is one of a very few A-license coaches in Jamaica.
What kind of license do?
D. I want to get him registered for doing D license in Domino.
Oh.
Respect and recognize that Mr. Speed is one of only very few accredited licenses.
So when him come on the course, me teach him something.
Yeah, that's time, man. So when you come to coach Balakar, we teach you a couple of things.
Mr. Christie.
Mount Pleasant now, quickly. Go.
Mr. Christie, you can ask Mr. Miller about me, yeah?
Why I ask him a year? Tell me.
Yeah, because tell you say, you have a good background check. Is that only one time? Last year, me start the coaching back-to-back final. Lose 1-0 in both final them because some young player me did use.
Which team you coach?
No people.
What team name?
You man ask you the name of the speed ball. Duncan's United. He was coaching Duncan's United along with Kazman Williams, the head coach
league.
In the major league in Trelawney.
Mr. Speed is a Caribbean finalist, though, you know.
Me just still 1 year. Look here. Me now let him get to it. You have to tell me who you are coach and anything. So what happened to the league?
Right, that's
yeah.
But what me I say is that the experience never did it. Because of some youth where a lot of people never believe in it. We just say, all right, go work with the youth, them go fast. You understand?
The first thing I teach my class, don't blame it player, blame the coach.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Man, so like unseen.
I don't understand that. You're making an excuse right there, Balakar.
Yeah, you're so like unseen. First, you got to play them inexperienced. No, you are an inexperienced coach.
Who picked the players, though? Hold on. Maybe it's unfair to him. Who picked the players?
I pick every match for your squad, man.
No, man. Who picked the players that you have at your disposal? You? So you're being disingenuous then, Mr. Ball.
Not again.
They're asking you who picked the players for the team, Balakar. You?
I'm going to tell them, say, me I pick every match their squad. Every match their
So if the team fail and Balakar are you?
You have a problem.
Yeah, you have to hook up that Balakar.
Well, we can correct that.
Exactly. Why you should correct it? Make sure the team good.
Let me give you an advice that we have adapted at Mount Pleasant, and it will serve you well, sir. And no excuse approach. Make your preparation and then you live with the results.
Mr. Christie, me tell you, say, Mr. Miller, they might go invite me out there one day to something there. You understand? So that's why me I tell you, say, when everything is right, they're going to come and learn a couple things. You understand me? And you can learn it from any one of the send them out there to go still.
So when you go, you can go learn something from Speed. Now, seeing that you have young players and them have a lot of young players. You know, just go learn some things from Mr. Speed how to deal with the young players too.
All right. First and foremost, we learn from Desmond Williams. You know.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
We don't forget more out there. So as you said, we can learn from Mr. Speed also, but we can learn from everybody. You understand?
All right, Balakar. Respect.
Balakar, I just give some advice. Yeah. And that's how it go. You have people who are trained to teach coaches, and you have coaches that are good, but it don't necessarily mean that they know how to stimulate where you can do well and help it to become a better coach. Just remember that.
All right, Balakar. We'll see if we can take a couple more.
No, remember got Team on Pleasant Pass.
Good thing about. All right, hold on. Let me just ask. Hold on. Let me just ask a couple. Let me just say give a couple of comments. All right. This one says, Mr. Speed, does Cavaliers represent Top Mountain View? That's from Danny Dredd. That's one.
Cavalier used to be Cavalier youth teams used to play under the head in Mountain View, because that's where the team relocated. Remember, Cavalier was formed at Woolmer's Girls Cavalier. That's, if you look at Woolmer's Girls Auditorium, you see the word Cavalier. It was formed under 3 there, 1962, 1st of August. So that's where it was from and get the name Cavalier from that place. But it has relocated since it went to Stadium East. Basically, that's where most of our support comes from: Mountain View, Nannyville, etc. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. Next question, Mr. Christie. What happened to Mount Pleasant? This is from Kebran Mas Salaman, man from out of Dintil. What happened to Mount Pleasant Newfield? Mr. Christie, Dintil, big keeper.
Yeah, reserve keeper from Dintil.
Captain 3 consecutive years.
So a reserve man captain.
Captain, school captain for 3 consecutive years. I don't know what a bench feel like ever. Ask the people from Linstead.
The number one keeper and him they go out, him probably be
the man never say the number one keeper. Him say the captain. The captain I mean him the number one. You know?
Exactly.
Number one.
No. Mr. Speid say on the bench, you know, somebody say on the bench. So me I say the Dintil keeper I wanna talk about them come and train with them.
No man, the man talking about Mr. Paul Christie when he used to keep at Dintil.
Oh.
And then Marvin
the bench captain.
No. My
Ask Mr. Salaman to respond to that. I won't even respond to that. Ask Mr. Salaman to respond.
My can't go to Mount Pleasant and get the let's see the ball. Careful though.
No, ask hold on. Ask Mr. Salaman to respond to that state. That irresponsible.
Right, Mr. Salaman, put it, drop in a text. And then this one from Marvin Paul says, "What's up, Paul? Long time, a Furley." All right, so Furley healing you up. All right, Balakar.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah. I say something to Mr. Christie. Mr. Christie. All right, when Mount Pleasant win the league this year, me confident in them so they will win. When me that love to see Mount Pleasant start to do, we don't have I think a tier 2 team. I think a team in a tier 2 right now. I do well with the youngsters them. I think them the 5th in the tier 2. I love to see most of those players coming up into the big team. Like, you understand?
All right. You can't leave it there now. Because you have to still keep dreaming here. You want to keep dreaming.
Well, let me address it this way. Right now, we have 3 players from the academy who have been successful debutants at the Premier League level.
Who are those?
Will they be in the 20 for the playoffs?
They're all 14 years old, going into 15.
Okay, who are those 3 players? You know the names?
Emerson and Miguel Jackson.
Okay.
None of them have reached 15 years old, and they have been successful debutants at the Premier League level.
But they don't play in the tier 2 though.
No, I'm talking of the Premier League, at the Premier League, Mount Pleasant Football Academy.
Okay. You hear that, Balakar? So Mr. Christie is saying that they have 3 14-year-olds who made their debut with the senior team, and they are players from the academy. I think they are the 3 Haitians.
I'm not going to try and disclose. Yeah, we are multinational academy, so in spite of where you're from, we look at that. We look at only one thing and only one index, the level of talent that you possess. That gets you to the door.
Mr. Christie, thank you for your answer, but that still doesn't do what me say. From the academy bill, Devante Camber, and we see we know that a lot of talent in that the academy. When me they say, if we can just make more of them come up, we can't make them leave.
No, Balakar, I'm going to disagree with you with that. Balakar, I'm going to disagree with you with that. I'll tell you why I disagree with you, all right? Zajay Anderson and Tajay Anderson, both of them played a couple seasons ago. One is a left back, they call him Lala, he was injured. Anderson ended up playing at Mount Pleasant. I think he went to Falkland, he was at Limehall. So though they are not at Mount Pleasant, they are still in the league. Prince Christie is the next one. Prince Christie also played for Mount Pleasant, and he went to the man in Miller. Even thing there that is at Dumby Warden and Forward.
Let me address that.
Yeah, go.
Man is one.
We can call out 12 for him.
One.
Yeah.
Yes, me can call him. Devante Campbell, go. The youth, we're gonna college where you used to go Dinfield, where the left foot youth and
Gary Mills,
Gary Mills, right?
Prince Christie.
Man is man, we are talking about people who play day in, day out tonight.
Prince Christie was playing regularly.
Hey, if I did big kick youth, I know one them.
We play centre back. No, he was playing regularly, man. And Tajay Anderson, Lala, the left back was playing regularly. The Lala until him get injured.
All right. What me I try to say is, why when time them league, all right, so them get the breakthrough there. Why when them go to some other clubs, them obviously it look like Mr. Speed have couple and them a play good.
You have Javani Mills as well. They look a wing back there.
Yeah, me know the youth there.
Hold on. Let me see if I can address. Hold on, Balakar now. Let me see if I can successfully address that issue. At Mount Pleasant Football Academy, we are in the business of developing and improving on talent. Yes? So we are it would be ideal for them to matriculate through our system. However, we are also comfortable when we see our talent representing other elite teams, because only 11 can play at any match day, and we have last year we had almost 100, and this year we have 70, 75. So it's not physically possible for all our talent to be in the blue. So we would have successfully done our job if our player is representing Mount Pleasant or any other club in the top flight league in Jamaica or the Caribbean.
All right. Get what you say, but the thing is, why waste the money for some player we can't even make a team?
Why would you say we're wasting our money though? We are in the bit. All right. At Mount Pleasant, we are fully focused on developing future leaders, whether it is on the pitch or in a different aspect of life. We are trying to develop we are taking it from a holistic standpoint. We are developing future leaders of the Caribbean.
Understand. That's why Mr. Go back over to that's why Mr. Speed have more when we just say more coach look up to him in Jamaica, because he more youth them. And so I can say this again. Mount Pleasant always buy a lot of players and keep them for one season, and then they not have a good season. Mount Pleasant buy them and look good for the club side when also, we can just invest in a couple of youth and try with them more than try with some.
Go on. Man City would have bought Chelsea would have bought De Bruyne. He was not doing well. He moved on to Wolfsburg and he come back to Man City, who was actually doing better. It's a best practice right across the globe. It's a global phenomenon, because you are a good one place doesn't necessarily mean that you will be just as good at another place. It has happened, and we are aware of that.
And I feel when time that happened, no most of the time, the coach say all right. The coach Mourinho was not a fan of Kevin De Bruyne playing style. You understand? But how many youth gonna try with that more than go buy some ball in the Premier League when are ready for this state? Come at the team and them just by January them gone on a loan. That don't look good.
Look here. This is the business of football, Balakar. This happening globally. Look at, all right, let me speak of Paul Pogba, Manchester United. He was not getting enough playing time. He went on to Juventus, made it to a couple finals in the UEFA Champions League, win a lot of league cups. Manchester United bought him back for in excess of $100 million. Still did not perform at Manchester United. That's just how it is. This is the business of football.
You're wrong. You're wrong, Mr. Christie. Paul Pogba, and enough playing time, make Pogba left Manchester United. Pogba discipline. Not playing time, sir.
Oh, you know that.
Manchester United, me back.
A Balakar, 25 minutes, So, you don't know, respect for the call. Good points. Appreciate it. So, Sunday, it is. Big up yourself.
You have game Sunday mornings, man. That I tell you.
Oh. At 8 o'clock, Mount Pleasant to play, man. At no run 2 hours from
What
Trelawney.
game you playing 8 o'clock Balakar?
I fly, you want me fly for highway, come up there, so big man.
So from Trelawney to St. Anne around 45 minutes better from Duncan's. Max,
So-
and I'm on the highway, no 45 minutes from the highway to Caymanas.
So maybe Balakar. So maybe help with that statement, that conversation. I'll just put in my 2 cents worth. A lot of clubs, every club have to invest in a youth players. So they spend a lot of money, and a lot of clubs, the player never ever get to play for the club, the first team. And what they do, they would sell them out to lesser clubs, but they still make a profit off it. Some people actually run that as a business by itself, different from the first team. So and they make a profit. But what so the argument is always, what is the conversion rate of your academy to or the young players to your first team? Yes, we probably run at about 98%, because majority is our policy. If you're not a teenager, we're not taking you unless you're exceptional. So we run at probably about 98% come from being a teenager to in our first team. So that's kind of our policy. But everybody.
Let me say this to Balakar. A good example is that Arsenal only have Saka who play regularly from them academy in Balakar. City only have Phil Foden from them academy who play regularly in Balakar.
Man, we can talk that now, but then we can go on and on all day.
All right, so me just give it.
Only Manchester United has ever done it, and they have done it with a golden generation.
But why Balakar? But we have to we can't take things out of context still. Why Balakar has that point is because that is the best professional league in the world. We have so much money and they can afford to do it, while us in our situation, if we're going to use sale a player for one of our main source of revenue, which is the main source anyway, if you look at the clubs that sell player, they are the ones still standing, surviving in Jamaica and always near the top. So he's correct though that well, we're not sure where Mount Pleasant. He's correct in saying that should be something that people really look after to try and get.
Yeah, man. When me try to say, as this scout them come and see the young talent, them hesitate to and see first them and them. Then make them statement. Daily, you ball from Cavaliers, the 2 left foot you them. We not really know say the left back a left midfielding player. I think I Campbell have him last name too. It's a Speed.
No, you mean Ronaldo Barrett.
No, I'm speaking of Campbell.
We have 2 players that when I use
Kenrick, I think it's Kenrick Campbell.
Oh, Kenrick Campbell and Webster.
And Webster. You understand? So we want honest man, we want to see the league, the ballers them come out of the league.
You want to see that happen today, but it's a process. Mount Pleasant is what? 7 years old. Cavalier, you do from 1962 until now. There's a lot of work in progress. It's an unfair comparative analysis.
Yeah, but Cavalier didn't start to do that from 1962 though.
And all right, very good point. Mr. Speed came in. The money that he came in also got him relegated. However, he stuck with it and he came back up and now he has in I think is his 3rd final this he's going into now. He's on his way to his
Mr. Christie.
No. This is not his 3rd final because he's gonna reach a final yet.
He's on his way to his 3rd final.
On his way, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me say this to you, Mr. Christie.
Final point, Balakar. Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Christie, big up yourself. You come a Mount Pleasant and you create history for the St. Anne region. You understand? You come and you see the problem. You get in, who you get in, where you believe you can do your job. Because a lot of St. Anne team used to be good back then, but can't make the next step. So
not only that, you know. All right. Yeah, man. All right, Balakar, we're gonna run right now. All right. Yeah. Sir. Yeah, man. All right. So let me just say this too. You know that it is the first Eastern Confed team to win the Premier League. And if they were to do it back to back, it would be something big as well. Because every Confed that has won the league, there is a team in there that has done it back to back. So also, what I would say is that I think someone was saying that I think Parish Council called last week, Mr. Speed, and he said, man, this would be Speed's third final in like what? 5 years?
4.
4 years. If you go to the final now, it will be a third in your third in 4 years. And he says if you come out of this one, not on the victorious side.
He was a semi-finalist as well.
No, we're talking about the finals.
No, the one that he did not make, he was a semi-finalist.
I've never missed a semi-final for the last 6 years.
6 years. And out of that, he has gone to the finals how many times?
Twice.
You win one and you lost one.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the third one, if you go to it. So if you go to this and he says that you loses, then he's saying that you should be fired. That's what Parish Council said. Because
that's his opinion.
Why not we want consistency though?
Consistently second. That's what Parish Council said.
But that's not the only. That's not the only thing.
The 7-time champion has been in a final though.
Yeah, but
a lot of 5-time champions has been in a final.
Well, a lot of clubs would have wished to have my record in the last 6 years. That we never finished less than third, no time at all. Sorry, in the last 5 years, we've never finished less than third. And this year, we can't finish less than fourth. So, Parish Council is good because that wasn't the only thing that the club wanted to achieve, winning the final. So, that is his target. That's not the club's target. So, you see, that's the difference. We wanted to have the youngest professional team in the world. We wanted to export players. We wanted to be on a strong financial base. So that's his target. That's not our club target.
Yeah. All right. I mean, some good things. You guys have been here for a while. I think those are some of the questions that we want to be answered. But Mr. Speed, a couple of persons have asked if I know there's a under 17 game today. You have Mount Pleasant player, Cavaliers players, Harborview. I mean, players from all over. I know that it's an invitation-based game, right? But will there be access for people to see it outside of being at the venue? Some person have been asking, are you aware?
How we ever see it?
Like if it is going to be on the JFF
no,
YouTube.
We're going to tape the game, but you'll probably see it afterwards. We're going to tape the game.
Okay. All right. We have a call online. Is a 433 presser. He's a Manchester United supporter.
What club is supporting Jamaica though?
We're going to find out now. Which team is supporting?
Which team is supporting in Jamaica?
Yes.
You know, so I won't believe on my team still because them close to Manchester, you know.
Okay, you support Lion.
Yeah.
You almost lose it. You almost lose Lion, and I hear that Lion was almost purchased, you know.
Richie Robbins is there.
Hey, but listen, man. Question from me, right? I know that he's the technical director, so I don't know if you would have the answer for this, right? But see that you're inside JPL. Mr. Speed, I watched a recent video, right? And I know that there's some events coming up at the National Stadium. And hold on the
433 presser. A JPL you talk about, if I know JPL you talk about. Yeah,
no, it's JPL, but it's in relation to the pitches.
Oh, so it's JPL. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, so I know that there are events coming up at the National Stadium where the World Cup qualifiers plus the JPL final is going to be played, right? In general, right? Is there any like plans for like pitch development with the JPL going forward to help like respective JPL clubs or something like that in that regard, or just across the nation in general?
Yeah, we have a plan, but we are the only country that the government don't build facilities for their citizens enough, adequate, and world class. We are probably one of the only countries that don't have. So it's unfair for you to ask JFF to build those. We don't have any money to build those. Our money is supposed to be spent on development of players and also trying to get the 11 teams that we have playing in international competition, which is really expensive for us. We can't even manage it as we speak. And we're trying to get additional funding from unusual sources to just keep up. So the truth is, as I said before, is really the government is responsible for building these things for their citizens, not just footballers, not just track and field, not just volleyball, but for all citizens. So I think you're asking the wrong question to the wrong person. You know, we pay a lot of taxes, and then in Parliament now a debate over whether they must do the taxes. I think it would be well spent if them look out. As a matter of fact, the government don't even have what you call them don't. Sports is not an industry in Jamaica, unlike some other countries. So I'm not trying to single out this government. I'm just saying from ever since. So is the wrong person you're asking.
No, yeah. I think it's a good question, but I say it's directed at the wrong person, you know, because I think the main concern for stuff in Jamaica is that over the years we've seen where the pitches haven't really been developed. You know what I'm saying? And to an extent, it's good to know that, well, as I said, it's not the responsibility of the JFF. So it's good to have that answer so that people don't like blame the JFF in that regard. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a misconception that the JFF is probably responsible to develop pitches or
There's still be the JFF though, you know.
Or repeat?
They will still blame the JFF though. That's just how it is.
Huh?
What did he say?
They will still blame the JFF.
They will still blame the JFF.
Oh. Yeah. But in terms of the JPL no money, you know, say for this JPL though, Arnett Gardens now bring, you know, young Kyle Dixon. And see them play 4 more recently. And it was a good game play that them to beat them by some more goals still. But hopefully Arnett win the title this year. This is still.
Okay. All right.
You like the player creativity, you think you can.
Ricardo Baggio, just come for
Hold on. Let him expound on Kyle Dixon.
Wow.
And why he picks
the quality of Dixon?
Expound on it and tell me why you think he can get Arnett across the line.
No, I'm not saying Kahim is going to get them across the line. I mean, well, he's one of the
best.
best.
You single him out. I thought you'd have gone to Mr. Reliable.
The X Factor.
I watched him against Portmore now, in the second leg. I felt
yeah, but Kyle Dixon was in both games. However, Mr. Reliable was the one who showed up.
He's the X Factor. Anybody play against Arnett Gardens don't have a plan for Parker Blacks, you're dead. You're losing.
The captain did show up.
That is a fact. Right? That is a fact.
I'm saying, with Kahim, right? In the second leg especially, he had some very great chances to put a ball in the back of the net.
Chances. How many chances Mr. Weed got?
I think those chances that fell to Dixon was unlucky because when they hit the crossbar,
how many chances that Mr. Reed got though?
Not many. The one chance that he really got, he put the ball in the back of the net. But I'm saying it's a bit unlucky.
Yes, Mr. Reliable. You plan for Mr. Dixon.
Yeah, but listen, he's
a Reed, you do it at your own period.
He's a very young player in his development, so you expect this from young players. I'm sure that many teams across JPL and across the globe have young players who they are quality, but they're still in the developmental stage, so they will miss chances. So he's developing, and maybe next game, more than next team, he will put away his chances. He does have quality.
I'm saying, sir. All I'm saying, you plan for and your plan does not include Mr. Fabian Reed. You do it at your own period.
Well, maybe Kyle Dixon will bear a chance to him. Let's see.
And I'm saying again, you plan without Mr. Fabian Reed in consideration. You do it at your own period.
No, Fabian Reed is in consideration, but I'm just saying I'm bringing Arnett guys because of Kyle Dixon, etc. I know the qualities of Fabian Reed, but Kyle Dixon is still a threat to opponents, so we can't dismiss that.
I remember him saying he's from.
You know, it almost sounds to me. It sounds to me like you're threatened by young Dixon, you know.
Again.
So, as you said, man, listen. Let's see what
let's see.
Yeah, it's all coming, you know. It's not going. It's all coming. Everybody going to see.
All right. Yeah, man. All right. Bless up. All right. Before we go back to our panelists, because I just saw something here that's interesting I want to put up. Listen. Let me say this. Bam. People, it's Super Friday. One super sticker so far. See there? Come on. Don't be like that. That is the only one. Let me put it up so you can all see it. And that was from around 11:42. We're gone over 2 hours now. 1:19. Come on. Drop them super stickers on them super chat and support the work. All right, Mr. Christie, you know that the man just put a spokes in the wheel, you know. You say if you ask Mr. Solomon, you want me answer what him say about your goalkeeping, sir? I leave it alone. Which one?
Go ahead. I can take a punch.
All right.
Second year you start, man. You never
Man,
go to first year.
the man said that you became the number one in year 2. So you were on the bench apparently for the first year.
One.
That is incorrect. I 1993, I was the champion at Spanish Town Secondary.
In
final 1994.
Yeah.
I went to Dintel, started the very first game against Fern Court as the captain. 1995, did the very same thing. Margaret was my first game. 1996, my very first game was Charlie Mount. They were all the first game. So our research is better than it.
Yeah. All right, boss. I hear you. All right, sir. I will not contend. With that one. Somebody was saying that Reed got a lot. I didn't think Reed get a lot of chances in the first game.
I think where Paul bench almost a Waterhouse when he was at Waterhouse. I say him probably sit down on the bench a lot. When he go down, the Spoon was there, so you know that.
Couldn't get no game at all.
No. Let me address that now. Spoon is a kid. I've never played with Spoon.
Gregory, man. Gregory was there.
No.
Gregory Hall.
Again, we beat Gregory in my Olympic Gardens and Waterhouse. Kevin Gray was the name of my goalkeeper.
Who was your goalie? Who was your first string at Waterhouse?
Kevin Gray.
No, Kevin Gray was the first string.
Yeah.
I played limited
what about Laxley Reed?
Long after. It was Kevin Gray. And when we beat Olympic Gardens with Pepe Goodison, Leo Arton, they all came over as because at that
from
point,
Olympic.
So everybody come over and you still have second string.
No,
first string.
No, hold on. I went into training at the JCF at that point, sir.
So you keep the Police National?
Yeah. Assist coach as well. Calvin Lewis can testify to that.
So you play with Codfish?
Kid.
Anyway, we have a call.
Kid.
We have a call online. Welcome to the show. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, man. Yeah, this is Kebran Masala, man.
Correct him for me there, please. No, correct him for me.
Yeah, man, he was the starting keeper, man.
In year 2?
No, here what happened? Me and him play on the same team that year. Guess what happened now? Him come a training late. Like we start training early from a school go up on holiday, we start training. And we did there train a long time. And then we see man show up. Him show up for come a training. When side it kinda a pick already and everything, and them give you all the uniform and your boots and everything. And the man him show up at training. Him could have keep still, but why him never really get no start. Him show up at training in a sneakers like a tracks him come to the so
clear up that.
He never really have the proper gears.
Let me clear up that.
Well, you know that if you know this, but you know
Spanish Town Secondary, we played on dirt. So it is my very first trip.
We come from one school at Spanish Town. We did have some really good. We did even have a goalkeeper come from England, Didn't you?
Okay.
We would have an English goalkeeper. We could have we would have 2 really good goalkeepers. We would have the keeper we keep the year before him return. We would have a keeper come from England, which was a backup keeper the year before. And then Paul come. So nobody never really even know who him was. We just this man come in a sneakers. I think the man come now one yellow Nike sneakers and every time he must slip.
No name sneakers, not Nike. No name.
Yeah. Him determined still because a whole heap of time we run him. But him still come back at training. And I think on practice match, the 2 keeper him never get to come on. Him come the man and come
take over. Him take over from them, man. Hot Paul, that was a nickname, Hot Paul, you know, man.
Yeah.
When the man kick the shot to him, I say the ball too hot. Because
Yeah.
that's why he never have the right gloves. He never have the right
That
gloves.
year,
He never have the right
Arden was the
equipment. Yeah.
defending champion. My very first practice session was with Arden. It was raining on a Saturday. All the players was not there. I was just in. That's my very first opportunity. We beat the defending champion 1-0, and about 6-7 games after that, still did not get a game.
Let me tell you, improve himself. Because we have to tell us that we did have 2 top-class keeper that year, but improve himself that year.
So how did Dintil do in the competition 94, 95, and 96? Because those were the 3 years.
We went to the quarterfinal all of the years. So didn't make it to the semi-final.
We got through, you know, them time there, we didn't have a big side and time there, whole harbor. But we got through to the second row. We go, you know what? We did go through an indiscipline kind of them time there. We did go create.
Another year we got withdrawn out of the competition for indiscipline, though. You know?
Yeah, we have if a disciplinary action. Yeah. We have to withdraw. Principal withdraw with the competition.
Okay.
But we have one good man.
Okay. Who were some of the notable players at that time at Dintil?
In one youth in the left go Waterhouse in the name Curtis Hamilton.
Curtis Hamilton went to Waterhouse at the same time.
Curtis Hamilton. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and in even coach Dintil.
Yeah, he was a coach Dintil.
Some good player, man.
Okay.
That year they would have the leading goal scorer, man.
Who was
Peter
that?
Reed's son. Peter Reed's son, in name Clarkson Reed.
No, that the year was before me, though. That the year was before me. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, mix it up a little bit. You have Perry, what's his name? You have Percy and the shot goalkeeper. I don't remember his name right now. That was where the 2 goalkeepers. That was
returning. The shot goalkeeper was he come from England. He name English. He was an exchange student.
Yeah.
Them time they can't only win the Costa Cup the year there.
Yeah.
Rossies, man.
No, Carnwall and Charlie Smith.
No, man, 95, a Rossies and
No. Listen
man.
I was there. What's his name? Talpi. What Talpi name? Ricketts. Was
the Ricketts. Yeah.
Carnwall did win that year. Then I think called Dean Richards.
Dean Richards. Yeah, man. And Talpi. Yeah. True. 95.
Yeah. And him play all day together.
And them knock we out over Ferdinand Park.
A good thing, so me never dal see all Christie them time come that stitch on it. Cause them time them a stitch all P net from under 12 under 14 and all. True, me never book y'all.
Money's never good.
Money's never good. Hey man, hold on there, man. We are talking about we win Galloway Cup in a brother. The team that we go ahead. True, we go change the coach and get a coach from Froome. Me no want call him name, you know. And the coach mash up the team, brother. We are going to talk about. With all Dean folks ever hear about them and Wendell Downsell nephew, then call him Paddy, one of the best pass and kick at the ball. We are talking about. Lenky Roy, Godfrey Drummond. We are talking about. Man. Great hole. Hey. Tall P, them know about them man in this team there from long time, man. Dean Kelly. I just to them time the Rossies did bad and Cornwall did bad them time there. And all Clarendon College did bad them time there, you know. Those were the teams, you understand me? All right, so we get a look at this here and the man.
Yeah, man, he was good goalkeeper. I have to give that to him. But in the determined, the coach and the team running work. I will say, where the man come from, man? Say, man, go yard there, man. The man still come back.
That is true, though.
Again, and the man still come back.
I'm a very good friend.
The man come out of goal and I say, the ball them too hot, so we start call him Hot Paul. That man, them kick them down. Peter Reed's son, Clarkson Reed, them man, they kick the ball in like a bullet.
Yeah. All right, boss. All right, respect. Thanks for the information.
Yeah, man, him right. He never just come inside and become the starting keeper right away. Him work for it, improve it. So he was big keeper. I think he was a Spanish Town secondary.
Yeah, man, that is what I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah, that's where him come from.
All right. Yeah, man. All right, so listen. Hey, you know some hey, party, you know some need to talk to the brother named Dean folks. Hey, me need to don't me talk to the youth. This is one of the youth them in Jamaica where many people believe say. Like them man miss them opportunity because this youth will be big time. Me need to talk to him, Dean folks, party. Link me up, he was on the channel in a long time. Me need to interview and you tell the people them your story, yeah, man. Where you going it? Yeah, so Mr. Speedy, yeah, man. So I don't know if there's anything you want to add. I know you guys probably have other things to do and you have the game that you're probably going to have to go and watch. And I know Mr. Christie, when Mount Pleasant you'd play him normally travel go watch them, so him probably go and try to go and catch the game.
Well, Mr. Christie not on the list of persons.
Oh, he didn't get an invitation. Okay.
But all road leads to.
You can't say that to many people them turn up there, no. All roads with invitation.
Leads to just the person who were invited. You have to apply for it to be invited. And if you are invited, you're on the list, your name will be at the front, the security will let you in. It's a closed game. But if you had applied, Mr. Christie didn't, so that is why you won't be let in the park either. So that's where everybody going now to see. You know what is good about this under 17 is that the qualifiers are next year.
January.
Yeah. So we really have 8 months to prepare for that. And as people might realize, we're trying to improve. It's one of the longest sustained period that we have. We have a lot of activities for the under 17 in the summer and continue right until qualifiers in January. We had about 6 or so talent scouting in the US, 5 or 6 occasions. We're looking at some in the UK, and then we have our under 15 team who was playing from last year, and also we still have extensive work going on to see if we can honor some new talent, which we did. In addition to that, the under 17 competition that is coming up will give every club a chance, players another chance to play in that league, and to see if they can get in there. Additionally, the World Cup is every year, so we have another team already in training for the 2020s. Well, it's only got 25, 2026 World Cup under 17. We already have a team in training in the National Academy. So things are looking up, and we're trying to do the right thing to get there. So things are looking up, from our point of view.
Yeah, and I think one of the things I also love about this is I noticed that there are some players from the camps that have been done in the States, which is good. I know a couple of them were part of the under 15 squad. So I think it is good to see that as well, that in a practice game you have players who have been out there preparing, who are also, I think, let me give it a name because a few of them I think I don't know
if you want to say the name because you make the other squad people wonder why call their name.
I can call all the names.
I bet you do that, and it's not that you want to, because we're not sure what going to happen in the future because the coach is still trying to look at.
Yeah, man, but I'm just saying what the point I'm making is that you're doing these camps in the States and you have a game in Jamaica. The fact that they can come, you understand me, make themselves available, it is good for those. And like I said, it don't mean that a man has cemented his place in any team. This is not what that is about. It's just, I think that is a big thing. That is a good thing. That you have that with the players. I think that speaks well that there is a plan, there is a process. I think Dre anyway said 4 of them. So let me see if I can get
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to single them out because we need to treat everybody the same, both local and overseas. So if you're calling the local, overseas you have to call, because they would have done the same thing, going through the same process.
Yeah. All right, let me see if I can find call out there. True. I agree with that. But I know there is a few I just had it here now. But yeah. You have some Yeah, Dre, I want to make sure I call all the names. That's what Mr. Speed is saying.
But what is more significant is that the early start. Because even the last under 17, even although we had the people in place, we never started anything till late. So this early start is an improvement. But if you think this one is an improvement, think about the next under 17 World Cup. That all edition, the next 5 editions will be in Qatar, all 5 in every year. We have started now even earlier because both teams would have started at the same point, and one of the teams is playing 1 year after. So that I think is something that the JFF was able to pull off.
Yeah.
Is an improvement.
And I think there is some momentum with football and a whole, especially with male football. And I think, the federation need to ride the wave that is there and just kind of go with the momentum. A lot of good things happening. I think the camps have been very good.
Especially the JPL.
Yeah, you have the JPL.
We're not riding any wave. All of these things are the JFF was very instrumental in planning all of these things. None of these is waves of riding. The JPL was JFF decided to change the direction of the Premier League. So we need to give the JFF them little props when it's them forget it. The whole idea of these camps.
So we don't say that already. We said that the JFF is doing a good.
I say it again. No one say it again. I'm going to say it again. Because if you don't say it a lot of people now go even know say we have anything to do. The mothers feel say some people from overseas bring child, and that's the end of it. It was negotiated, and we were there from the first camp, encouraging it and doing everything. And we get some leaks from some people who wanted to be who said them think we were doing a bad thing, them tell a lot of lies on us and all of that. So we get a lot of bad publicity, especially for the first couple of camps. So now that it is being manifested, everybody needs to know that the JFF was there from the first. We had players, past players who we spoke to make it a reality. We encourage it. We have, put people in charge in the US, put people in charge in the UK. And all of that is a manifestation of work that we used to do. So everybody need to know. And then now we already have the 2 other under 17 team in training. We have the one that is going to go for 2026, and we have the one that is going to for 2027. We have both of those teams already in training, and we have the one that is going for 2025 World Cup. So all 3 teams are in training now, and I think everybody needs to know that and know that we're stepping up.
Okay. Mr. Christie, you're going to say something.
Well, as it relates to the Mr. Speid would have more knowledge of the overall plans from the JFF. However, at the PFJL, I was a part of the very first MOU, and we would have gotten a lot of good things from the JFF. They have since improved on that and gave us a 10-year extension on the existing MOU with some improvement. So yes, they need to be credited at this point where the development is concerned.
All right. Sound good. Listen, gentlemen, again, thanks for coming on. I really, really appreciate the talk with you guys today. Lots of important information, lots of momentum being built up for this big game. So again, thanks for your time. Thanks for coming on. Really, really appreciate it.
I used to like Ricardo Baggio. Let me tell you, you can pick up your shirt if you can pick it up.
Man, Baggio, they are Canada, man.
Canada Baggio, they?
Yeah.
When we come to Canada Baggio, make your shirt. All right.
If I was send somebody to pick it up, let me tell him from a long time that he was supposed to send from me. I told him no, he should have sent someone to pick up the shirt long time and stuff. Right?
So
and then
before you go, management, you know me, I have to give you one way. Although it's a JFF thing, but say your program always bus story. We're close to finding bus story later.
You're close to finding a what? Women senior coach.
Make it stay.
You hear that people, new women senior team coach, close to finding one.
I never said anything.
Going on. You understand me? Boy, oh boy. Hey. We not go say what we go say though. Hold on, we have a caller.
I never said that, people. I'm minding.
Oh, people can't say it because Cavaliers have a game to play Sunday, 2 leg against a big coach, and him no want to. But the coach could come out with the venom. Speed Cavaliers. But we have Danny Dread online. Danny Dread, welcome to the show.
Greeting.
Yeah.
It's a Speed.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, big up. It's a
Big up,
Christie.
Mr. Christie,
Boy,
this is a
Mr.
Mount
Christie.
Pleasant supporter. This, you know.
Cool, man, Mr. Christie, I'm a boss, man. What I'm telling you, man. Anyway. And that me just go to tell Mr. Christie say, boys, like when we get the Mount Pleasant thing, we miss him in the stands. And the whole hour there about tell him same chair empty. Long time when I see him in the stands. Anyway, I saw it go.
Busy in the lab.
Alright.
If Danny Dread and Mount Pleasant fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You know, Mr. Speed. As a coach, you know, on the sideline, you know. And that me just tell them, say, yeah, the paper Jamaica, you know, play one style. You fit up style for match or go on. That me tell them. You mean a life, we got teach a man to kick the same thing of one ball over 100 times to the goal. You mean a light apart, but when you come to the chess game, you love that part them. Right time around.
Well, everybody, all our coaches them in Jamaica are improving, you know. So, you know, and then what them start, you know, is to look on your tactics and what you are doing and try to counter it. So you have to kind of, even though me keep my philosophy, you have to kind of be unpredictable, you know. So I really
Right. Yeah, so normally now, I break down coaching in a two part. The management part and like the development part. How much love you have for the development part in comparison to the managerial part?
You know, say every year me have to go back over the development. No, I'm always into development, most all the time, because every year we lose players every year. You know, sometimes 12, sometimes 6. There's no year when we lose. So I may expect to do the same thing again. So I have to be developing players over the normal season.
So you have a time like after the season when you focus that direction.
Yes, right. So me always have to go back to development. Right. But the management of players is key too, because that's a key, that's a part of it. Because if you can get players to believe in where you are teach, that's when they perform.
Yeah. I want to ask you something about Jamaica football now, Mr. Speed. Some time ago, I remember like them they changed the football to community base, like late 80s or early 90s. I think like at that time the Arnett named the change from All Saints Jonestown to Arnett Gardens. You know anything about that?
Yeah, man, it was All Saints first. I think they merged. I think there was a team named All Saints and then they merged. I don't know if it changed. It was always Arnett, but I think it's merged.
Right.
Same thing with Waterhouse.
Right. Like,
hold on, Mr. What you say, Mr. Christie?
Same thing with Waterhouse. At that same time, they were changed from Great West to Waterhouse.
Yeah, Great West. Yeah.
Right. And that's now me ask you now. Right. So, right, I did have Santos, I have Cavaliers where I didn't know them side there as directly club-like. But the rest of the side is still name like Ellison Flats. You get me? Yes. I did have Great West with Dango D, right? So now, the football now in Jamaica today, is it still community based?
So
clubs, we should set up now.
So we have two leagues, the tier 1 and tier 2, which we don't want them to be community based. We want them to be professional club structure. But then your major league, Division 1 and Division 2, because grassroots is just as important as the professional leagues. You know, because remember, say everything comes from grassroots. You still have to have the community based teams that will feed into these clubs. So that is a double structure.
Okay. But England have the community structure right too, right?
No, they have professional structure. The Premier League I mean, although it come from a community.
Yeah, but most of them clubs still represent a community and name of our community.
Or a town or something. Yeah. That's true.
Alright, like Cavaliers, for instance, when Mr. Duncan days and Santos, we just know them as a club. But now, in that time there, me did hear like Cavaliers represent like up from Mountain View, like from Excelsior go up.
Well,
that's right.
Yes, what happened, even although these clubs were formed as professional clubs, eventually, based on the CASAFA regulation, you had to represent a community too. So that was you had to represent a region. So yes, Nannyville, Mountain View, not necessarily up at the top, could be the whole of Mountain View. Cavalier used to represent that area. Yes.
Okay.
Like Beverly Hills too. That was part of the place.
And that me just ask, Beverly Hills are dropping at your thing.
Yes, Beverly Hills.
Around so. You have to go plan some, Mr. Speid.
Yeah.
You have to go plan some community outreach project and get to them people there and try to build Cavaliers fan base. Look like if you can build some donation, we come with it too.
No, to be honest, to be honest, we prefer stay professional. But we understand.
Yeah, but professional get donation too.
Yeah, correct.
Because you need some more fan base. I may have to come represent you when you reach the Caribbean. But Mount Pleasant I reach this year, so I don't know how. I'm going to represent you.
2 we can go, I'm not against you. 2 we can go, all 3 we can go. So yeah, someone.
Yeah, for Jamaica, we still represent. You see me, but we want to have a little bigger fan base still. I don't know how you're going to do it, but anyway, community structure there. Yeah. All right. Same way.
All right.
So we kind of understand the football more now. Yeah. Thanks very much for the clarity.
Yeah, we are getting some new people in the club.
Mr. Christie.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Christie. All right. Big up yourself. Sunday over there. But may I give you a shout to come over, yeah?
Every time.
All right, my boy.
Yeah, man. All right.
Mornings.
Yeah, man.
Big up yourself.
All right.
Nice to show.
Yeah, man. All right. Bless you every time, Danny Dread.
So, man, are the people who you tell us a Cavalier get some new persons, me don't call name, but me not bother. So, I really me don't talk about them, me talk about the new. So, me just want to dispel the thing about the new.
Cavaliers getting some new what?
New people in the club where push it for.
I think you're right, man. I think you're right. You should put a shot at him for the man on the cross.
You know what? Stir up the business.
No, we don't want to scare
But you know what though? Hey, Mr. Christie, you see how the program is so awesome, because you know that the person that just called in, right? They have a brother that plays like professional football that wants to play some ball in Jamaica, Having spoken to you, they send all contact information, Right? You see that already? He was not the captain, or our captain was Jim Brown. I don't know what that is about. Oh, Jim Brown. I don't know if that is you, but this same
Paul, the man, the Park case, Masala, man.
Oh, I'm saying Jim Brown was the captain.
Yeah, not Paul.
Hold on, let me clear up this. Clark series was in 92. I went until in 93. I did not play with Clark Reed, sir. That's the point I'm making.
Okay.
Clark Reed is an Intel legend. I did not get the privilege of playing with Clark Reed. I was at Spanish Town Secondary at that time.
Yeah. Cavaliers need a new manager. What do you mean? A new manager.
No, I'm going to ask a question. That is not at that level we're getting reinforcement. It's not at that level.
Okay. Yes, so Mr.
Mannings.
Yes.
Don't allow Mr. Speid to deflect. Mr. Speid, you Danny Dread says he's the king of chess.
Yeah.
He gets straight into the Arnett Gardens coach here. He head already, knowing that, hey, listen now, you're not good enough. We now pick you. We get a new coach already. So him start playing at the coach head already.
I see. Oh, yeah, I get it. You want the coach to start panic and say, "Yo, all right." I see.
And he want to get the coach out of character. That is his plan.
Yeah. Look out, next thing when if we meet,
that chess grandmaster,
if we meet Mount Pleasant, then finally me come out and say, say me have a breaking news because this is a credible program. Say Tapa going to be coaching. Me now, but I say nothing, yeah, man.
Yes. That's what you're probably, yeah. And then guess what he'll do? He will do now. Starting this evening, he'll invite the coach to a meeting at the JFF and ensure that it goes long into the afternoon tomorrow afternoon.
No, I don't think you won't go so far with it. I don't think you won't
that
go so
wouldn't make no sense because I would be there too, wasting my time too.
No, it doesn't have to be there. You can't start the meeting and exit because he's in charge.
Anyway, yeah, it was a good one. All I can say, I wish everybody luck in the last 4. There's 10 titles in between the 4 teams. I'm sure there's going to be an 11th. So that's where we are. Last semi-final, we had Dunbowl in Harborview, Cavaliers, and Mount Pleasant. This semi-final, we had Waterhouse and Arnett Garden. 2 of the teams and Mount Pleasant. Those 3 teams carry the most spectators in the football at this point.
I'm telling you. Yep.
So you're probably right. I don't know if Sabina Park will be able to hold the people. So all me can say, people, come early. Even for Mount Pleasant alone, you come for watch, come early, because if you don't come early, you might struggle to get in. So I'm just asking people to come early, make the thing more, the passes more easier.
The people of Centon are aware of that and is prepared to, they have put activated plans already as it relates to logistics.
Yeah, Mr. Speed, Al J saying that why can't we never see any highlights of future prospect coming out of the club? Al J, look at the under 17 man. The truth is, to be fair to Cavaliers, any future prospect coming out normally playing them senior teams still.
And you see them in the national under 3rd.
Yeah.
17. You see them there, under 20, they're always there.
Yeah, they're asking if the Unseen is one of those new people at Cavaliers. Unseen doing him thing, Unseen improving a whole lot, Unseen.
You don't invite Unseen.
Why would anybody use the word new Unseen in the same sentence?
All right, there you go, sir.
It's red and black, blue up,
No. Hey, no. Unseen works for Cavaliers, sir.
Unseen
I don't know about that. Oh, you work for Cavaliers, you're an Arnett fan. Explain that to me.
For Cavaliers. Unseen hosts a program for us.
Yes, him work for Cavaliers.
No work. Him is a contractor.
Yeah, but him still
no,
work.
2 different things. Contractor and worker.
No, he's not a full-time. He's not full-time.
No, him is a contractor.
He's a contract worker for Cavaliers.
He's a contractor.
He's a contractor. He's a contractor.
No, him don't work. Him is a contractor. 2 different.
You put a contract a Cavalier fan.
Which means that the way him go about doing what him doing is in his life. While if he's a worker, I would tell him what to do.
All right, boss.
Big difference.
So the man has a contract with Cavaliers, but him don't work for Cavaliers.
No, he decides how he go about him business. He decides. No.
All right. Does he do work for Cavaliers? Does he do work for Cavaliers?
No. A contractor decides how him get a particular job done. A worker have to go by the route where the boss or the employer say you have to go, with the processes and everything. That's
Let me ask. All right. So does Unseen do any work with Cavaliers?
No way I try. So I don't explain the relationship. You can't tie me up. You can't tie me up.
You see the man just
Why
take
you contract a Arnett fan?
It doesn't matter. Him have an end result where I'm supposed to get.
Yeah, try. Oh, well, then again,
How
you
him
say
get
that.
there? How him
To be fair
get
to you,
there?
though, Mr. Speed.
No,
To be
how him
fair
get
to you,
there?
say you're working
No,
on
but
your fan base.
no, but we can't
Good
because
start.
him
Very good
supposed to.
start. Very, very good start. I hear you say you're working on your fan base. A very good start.
Yeah.
the truth is still, you know. I don't know. I don't know because I've seen support Cavaliers. You support Arnett. It's just that when Arnett.
So we'll be supporting Sunday.
Eh? Yeah. We need to ask that, not me. You asked the wrong man that question. I don't know who Unseen supported. Unseen, who you supported on Sunday? That is the question. That's a big question, you know. People, whenever you see him on him show again, ask him, who are you supporting on Sunday? That's a very important question. You understand me? One thing I know that any team playing against Mount Pleasant, that is a team that Unseen is supporting. So I can tell you.
You are saying that he has 13 teams though. So all Cavaliers only get 1/13 of that?
Well, one thing I know is that when Waterhouse playing against Mount Pleasant, Unseen supporting Waterhouse. That much I know. Any team that plays against.
He's not a Mount Pleasant fan. However, we take care of him when he comes down here though.
Definitely, right? Everdeen Scarlett heard about Everdeen, listen, I mean, if you talk to Everdeen Scarlett, you know, how you manage to get a team like Cavaliers? How much love Cavaliers get in the women's league in a game recently?
How much they get?
Yeah, man, them not get one big score, man.
And it beat them 3-1 in our knockout.
No, man, them get a big score after that, man, from Arnett, I think.
No, sir.
Some 6 or something like that.
That's impossible. Nobody can cover your 6.
Everdeen Scarlett, what is the biggest score you have got?
It's not true. So me
ask him. Maybe he not tell you the real score, but me
no, I tell me it is published. We get 3-1 from Arnett. That's the biggest score last week.
No, after that game, when you had the players that were the whole altercation, there was a game that they got a big score.
Really?
Yes. May I tell you, Everdeen, drop the score line.
Tell him about him club.
But that him not follow the women football. Me follow because me always watch Everdeen interview.
Everybody asks if you're crazy there. Somebody say everybody asks if you're crazy.
Hold on, let me go check the comment there. Are them drop the big score?
3-1 then give it. Nothing like that.
All right. Cranky says he works at Cavaliers based on the terms of the contracting/consulting agreement. However, he's not employee of Cavaliers. All right, get that?
Cranky not correct. The work part must come out. You understand, in a Jamaican law, if somebody work for you, they're entitled to certain benefits. Now the word work have a test where you go through. So they're entitled to vacation leave, they're entitled to redundancy pay, whole heap of things, right? Basic things that you have to give them if nothing go wrong. It does not work for Cavalier. He has a contract. I make it clear, you know.
But he does work for Cavalier though.
They will never use the word work when it comes to him.
He doesn't work for Cavaliers, you know, but he does work for Cavaliers.
In our contract to exchange certain things, we exchange.
The contract provides a particular type of service.
Service, yes, that's it.
Yeah, me forget say, but didn't Unseen coach Limal when Limal played against Cavaliers? Me understand, you know.
Yeah, Unseen was the coach of Limal. Yes.
Mount Pleasant was playing football as well, so I don't know.
No, Cavalier does not supervise him or direct his activities. None of that.
Okay. Yeah. Big up Jason and Baggio for the super stickers and super chat. Unseen need to change his name to everywhere. Gunners boss say, bless up Mr. Speed, real general, but I would prefer you not involved with the JFF period. It's a black eye on your resume.
Also though.
I don't know. I guess you'd have to call him.
I've done it before.
Unseen.
Andrew Price has done it before. I had to name a few. What's the difference?
All right, may I tell you, sir, it was reported, unless the people on the news got it wrong. Maybe it was Cavaliers that dropped the 10. But they said on the sport news that Cavaliers got 10-0, I think from Mile Gully are one of them team.
Man, are you crazy?
That's what they said on the news. So the person reading the news would have read it wrong. That's what they said.
And you see, sometimes people
and they say you drop 10.
We never give them 10 either. 3, I think we give them. But you see, person we read the news, they must make sure say it's like if you say Sir Cavalier get 10 love in a men's Premier League, you know say it's impossible. You shouldn't read that.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, that's what the news said, but unless they get it wrong, because
they get it wrong still.
You know that the goal that they showed actually showed a Cavaliers scoring a goal. So I thought it was 10-1. But the news actually said Cavaliers got 10. So I thought
Cavaliers scoring a goal in a 10-0 result. You know that it's
no. So what I thought is that it was 10-1 because I was saying that maybe the Cavaliers players were suspended.
As long as you see Cavaliers scoring a goal in that said game, everything else is inaccurate. That 10-0 would be inaccurate.
Exactly.
No, man. So, all right. So what I'm saying, is that I just assume that it is 10. Beat Mile Goal is 3-0. They said, okay, it's wrong. It's wrong news. I'm read, man. Brian heard it. It's a Speed. They said it for real, and the person reading the news was not Karen Maddens. So I wasn't checking the error. It's basically
Karen Madden make error.
No, I know why he said that, but I will not get in it again. I will not get into that one. Them think they have problems, so Brian, you need to easy.
Karen get you.
All right. So, yeah, man. So, all right, blessings. Big men, thanks for coming on again. Good show. We have 15 minutes. I'm going to give the basketball people a little.
Respect. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. Mr. Christie, bless up, Bless up, Mr. Speed.
Mr. Speed.
All right, bye.
Yeah, man. All right. So that was Mr. Paul Christie and Mr. Rudolph Speed there with us. Very, very good information. They really appreciate them coming on to do all of this. I mean, very, very good program. Again, last night, my New York Knicks defeated the Philadelphia 76ers. Right? I remember, I did a video, and Cranky was saying that we should have lost the game to play against Indiana because Embiid, they're just going to give the ball to Embiid and stuff, basically suggesting that the Knicks were going to lose. But on that one, Mr. Cranky, you are wrong. Yes, you are wrong. The New York Knicks won. Yes. I heard that Whisper scored again. Whisper Mr. OK or a PK? I don't. Mr. PK. I think Bunny Shaw, big up to Reggae Girls Captain Khadija Bunny Shaw. Right? Oh, Mr. PK. Right? Because she was voted Footballer of the Year. So big up, and Phil Foden, I think, was won that award as well in whatever cap. All right, people. Cranky. The man them clip you, Cranky. May I tell you what you're saying, Cranky? Cranky then clip you. Do not challenge me on that one. Let me leave it alone, come here, Bridget. But they actually clip it, Cranky. There's a clip, where you said it, But we're not going to play it. I'm not going to quote you, Cranky. Not going to quote you, big up yourself. But so big up to Khadija Bonishaw and that. Listen, after sang Chelsea, because I think this Chelsea defeat of Spurs. Oh, but he scored a rebound from the penalty. Big up Whisper, another goal. Many people are saying that he should have been called up to the Chelsea team with all the other under 21 players that got called up. He should have been called up for the last game. Yeah. All right. Cranky, all right, Cranky. No, man, I'm going to send you the clip. Because I got this clip, let me send it to you. I'm not going to play it. You're mad, me not do that. Man, yeah, brethren. I'm not going to do that, Cranky. I am not going to play the clip. What I will do is I will send you what they clipped, and then you can tell me. You understand me? Where is it? Let me see if I can find it. They clipped the thing from the show. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Bam. Send it to Cranky. No, Cranky, I am not playing it. I am not playing it. I am sending it to you. No, man. There you go. So I send it. Yeah, I'm a bridging boss. Good afternoon. Welcome to Super Friday Gunners Boss. How you doing?
Come on, good afternoon.
Yeah, man. What say
Good
you?
afternoon, man. You hearing me clearly?
Loud and clear. We are in the food all in your mouth that you're eating. That's how clear the audio is.
That's what me don't tell you, the food in my mouth right now, you know?
You don't have to tell me, man. We can hear it.
We don't want to do now. Come give you flowers for the New York Knickerbocker finally make it to another round since 1994 or 95, somewhere around here.
It don't matter. You live in Philadelphia and they didn't make it.
I tell you what.
And you support the Miami Heat and they got knocked out.
I tell you what. I picked the games the way they running it. I did not expect the Philadelphia 76ers to beat the New York Knicks. People were saying, oh, they are not a typical 7th seed, this, that, and the third. I said, no, they are what they are.
All I will say is that people underestimate the New York Knicks still. But I think the New York Knicks, that guy named Bronson, Divashenko and Hart, good players. Very, and
players,
OG and Yobi, very good as well. They may not be as deep as even to be fair, the Sixers is not a deep team. They have Maxey and Embiid and a lot of older players that I don't think really came through for them. I think they needed another piece. But I don't even think Indiana can beat the Knicks.
You're mad? No, man, Indiana not going to handle Knicks. Boston is who you have to worry about. Boston is the only team I would worry about if I'm the Knicks.
Yeah.
And them up and down, sometimes them predictable, sometimes them unpredictable, whatever those words mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but the Knicks is not. The Knicks does not yet have a championship.
I agree. I think if they had Julius Randle in this mix, it would give them. They would have been better, yeah. But I don't even know. I'm trying to think like what piece could be added to the Knicks to make them a better. If they keep all of these main pieces together. You know that I would add Paul George and get back Julius Randle.
Well, you don't add Paul George for
but who else is
he plays defense. He plays defense and he's a good basketball player, but it's come back down to age again. You know? When you look on the age factor, it have a lot to do with this stuff. You notice it's a time now where it's the changing of the guard. The younger players, them are do it, you know.
Who do you get? Brandon Ingram?
Brandon Ingram. Me personally, I you know me that do with this team. Me that just hope me can get back Randall and keep everybody healthy next.
No,
year.
you need
even try to go out and get anybody. You know, if I have Randall, I would with Randall. With Randall, you miss 25 points, 10 rebounds, maybe 4 assists. Say 8 rebounds, 25 points nightly, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, whatever. That would make up, you know. That would make up. So I wouldn't seriously go out there and try to make a splash to get a high price free.
Yeah, but
I would run
Brandon Ingram, I don't think he's high price, and I think he can opt out. So he's somebody that they could add.
Brandon Ingram, that's the kid.
He was at New Orleans. He was in the Lakers. Remember the Lakers made a big trade to get him for Anthony Davis. Yeah. He and Julius Randle actually got traded the same time because they were on that Lakers team together. And one went
KCP with KCP and Hart wasn't on that team too.
Yep.
But you see how funny it is, man. The Lakers trade away their whole franchise
for Anthony Davis.
Their future for Anthony Davis and Russell Westbrook. And look what happened now. Look at these guys now. Look on KPC over there. So.
Cranky,
Josh High.
Yeah, Cranky said that he would take Booker, but Booker not leaving Phoenix.
No, Booker cannot. If he even want to leave, he cannot leave because he is tied up to Phoenix with that contract where they give Bradley Beal and all of that. So him can't go nowhere right now. Him tied now. He wants to leave, because he's saying, Frankie's saying that Frankie just talk it out. That is what Beal said. He said he wants to play for New York and he like New York and all of that. But maybe he's just trolling because he can't go nowhere. Right?
Yeah, but what would the Knicks have to give up to get him?
That's what I say. If you're going to give up, you have to give up a lot. And the Knicks I don't think the Knicks have a lot of draft picks right now or any good quality draft pick. Not sure to give up for that player. So as Mr. Management, based on where the team got, let's see how far this team can go with this core of player before talking about.
No, man, they can't go any further. They need a next piece. The Knicks need one more piece. You keep Hart. You keep Branson. You understand? You keep OG and Iobi. You keep OG and Iobi. You need a next piece. You need a next dynamic player. This team not going anywhere. But the Knicks have a lot of first round picks, man.
Yeah, they have. If you have a lot of first round picks, go and get a splash.
And the Knicks have around $50 to $60 million,
Spend it for a labyrinth.
You must see a madman. Me rather go get a call Anthony Towns and go in a luxury tax.
I tell you what, those are the players you're not going to get to know. The
Yeah.
same players they like Carl Anthony Towns and the little man you know where. Him look like him at the new big thing, him at the next big thing. Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
Them players are not.
But you know who the Knicks could go after though? Thing there that is at Cavaliers. Point guard.
That Edward.
No, man, he's at the Cavaliers. He was. Yeah, and if you have a backcourt with Donovan Mitchell, and Branson, problem,
But at the same time, man, me still tell you, you're talking about need another piece, Like you forget your other piece is on the bench.
I would trade him. If I have OG and Iobi and I get a next dynamic player, I'm trading Julius Randle. Because look what I've done without him. And I don't think
would you trade him?
because last year he failed us.
Oh. Why he was hurt last year too?
No, remember we got knocked out and he was in the team.
That's what. And the other piece you needed was Branson, and you got Branson, and then you come in at the regular season and you get OG. The thing about this thing, Branson. The other day, man, asked if I would have put a stat you after 2 years for Branson in Monument Park in Madison Square Garden.
For what?
Yes, I mean, I give Branson. I give Branson a stat you not to go no further for me. In 2 years, I have never seen a player turn around the success of a franchise in 2 years. A no-name player like Branson. In 2 years, the way how Branson turned around the future and the success of the New York Knickerbockers in his 2 years there, sir. Yes, to me, based on expectation, he is better than Patrick Ewing, in my opinion, in his 2 years there. Because you know what? Patrick Ewing came out as the #1 overall draft pick to win for the Knicks to win championship and do all.
Virgin, you know much Eastern Conference Finals Patrick Ewing has under his belt. You know that Patrick Ewing have NBA Finals under his belt. What you talking about? Only man to be ahead of Patrick Ewing already, brother. Come on, man.
Patrick, me never say. Listen, man, that man turned around this franchise better than anything what Patrick Ewing ever do.
What?
In 2 years.
What?
That's what me say.
Patrick Ewing kept New York Knicks relevant, my brother. What are you talking about?
Not more relevant than Branson.
What? Remember, Knicks were on the comeback from last year, bro. Knicks are in the playoff. What are you talking about?
Man, expectation, man. Expectation. Nobody expects Jalen Branson to be where to bring the Knicks here. Right now,
Brethren, remember, nobody expected the Knicks to even get out of the East with the Bulls and the Heats them time there with Patrick Ewing was there. Nobody.
When you bring when you bring Patrick Ewing's pressure from out of Georgetown coming off a national championship, whether I made win it or I made lose it, I don't remember how that went. You bring him there, where you pick a player number one over for
No, listen what I'm saying to Gunners. This is what I'm saying to Gunners, boss. When Patrick Ewing and the New York Knicks came out of the East, brother, it was not expected.
Mm-hmm. So what do you think to them
with Miami Heat, with Miami Heat, Orlando, Indiana, cause remember we defeated Indiana, right? Miami Heat with Alonzo Mourning, Hardaway. We are talking about. The Bulls team was still big when Ewing came out. I don't think he can get there yet. And remember how many Hall of Famers were on that New York Knicks team? Patrick Ewing and who? Larry Johnson, Allen Houston, Chris Childs, Charlie Ward. But that's what I'm saying to you. That's what I'm saying to you. That is the point I am making.
Honest man. Hear this. This is my view, you know.
No, my views is a YouTube channel, you know. This is I Am Sure Sports. Yeah. Well. So this is my opinion.
Come on, this is my views, man. This is my opinion. Whichever way you want. Me never know. Me a plug somebody channel. And then now you really help me plug it and tell people to my views. So we're going to look for my views now and see what they're talking about.
Yeah.
No, man, but all joke aside, of all the free agents, put Patrick Ewing outside, of all the free agents the Knicks has bringing, the Allen Houston and all those guys, none of them have, even Sprewell and them, none of them have changed the franchise in 2 seasons the way how this kid has do it. Not even Patrick Ewing himself. In 2 years. And I'm just looking at his career and looking where he's coming from, where he got drafted. There was not much expectation there for him. So, and the fact that he surpassed his expectation 100 miles.
All right, listen.
I have to give him that.
What I am saying to you, Gunners boss, what he has done is phenomenal. I think he should make the USA team to even the Olympics, right? But here's what I am saying to you. To put him there for this season performance over what Patrick Ewing has accomplished as a New York Knicks player is asinine in my opinion. Yeah.
But Patrick Ewing not got to accomplish nothing for the New York Knicks player. Nothing.
We are Eastern Conference champions with Patrick Ewing. What are you talking about? That is something. Jalen Brown. Remember, Jalen Brown.
That is what. That is loser.
Didn't Jalen Brunson win with Villanova? Hold on. Didn't Jalen Brunson win NCAA with Villanova? Didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
So he came out not just as a number one, but as a champion in college.
The team was a champion.
He was a starter on the team, though.
But he was not even the best player on that team.
Who was the best player? Divajenko? Who was the best player?
I don't remember, but
that is, you know who you remember from that team?
I just know. I remember him name Archie Diacano, Josh Hart. I don't remember the people.
But he was the best player. He was the best player on the Villanova team. He was. That's why the Mavericks drafted him.
Where did Jalen Brunson got drafted?
I don't remember his draft, but we can always check that. But he was the best player on the team. That I'm telling you.
That's why them little guys where you have in your comment section and run away your subscribers. Tell them give one of them a what you call it.
But where you talking about though? You're gone for a different thing now, bro. Yeah, you have a conversation.
No, me I give you good advice to your podcast. Find a producer. What I do is guys like the guy when he Jason where everyone going follow me with him little self. Give him a job. Tell him to give him the producer. How
Jason get into this conversation?
Because me I burn him out. Me don't like him. And him not like me neither. And that is
Brethren.
It is not no joke thing or social media thing. This me no man.
All right, Gunners boss. Gunners boss.
We don't talk about that, you know. Me just tell you, go man, you tell me. And that's the problem. Them put me in a group. Let me tell you something. It's when me attack, and when we try to interact instead of being dictating to each other. Some guy put me in a group. I'm in the group for 3 hours. Well, I know. I'm in the group. The man them talk from 3 o'clock Friday evening till 4 o'clock Sunday morning, PM to AM. I'm dead. I'm mute my phone and I'm bed. Me wake up and them attack and never set up. The next day, a guy come talk about.
Gunners boss. Gunners.
Like Gunners. Well, I know. You know, like Gunners boss. Because you know, allow. I don't want nobody to me.
Gunners boss. Cranky, come on. We are talking about basketball.
Big up yourself, Frankie.
All right. So Gunners boss.
Let me move along. Them know themselves. And them know anytime
Gunners boss. Yeah, but yes, Gunners boss.
Gunners boss is Gunners boss.
Cranky, go ahead.
So Gunners boss is trying to talk about sport. He's talking about a sport which he has some idea about, which is basketball. Because he knows nothing about soccer or football. But anyway, let me just say this.
That's a fact. Congratulations. That's a fact.
Well, let me just say something about it.
You come in and you say something, Frankie. And you come in right behind you. I just interact with you, my boss. But some people take
Gunners boss, man. Gunners boss.
So man, play the clip.
All right,
Gunners boss. Play the clip. Because I think man is man. I always know what I say. Play the clip.
No, Gunners boss. All right. I'm going to have to play a clip, so I'm going to ask you to hang up, right?
Wait, before you play the clip, let me say this. You said I said the Knicks would lose. That's what you said.
I'll play the clip, make one listening.
Wait, man, you said I said the Knicks would lose. Play the clip.
All right.
Anytime somebody else call, I will hang up on it.
No,
play the clip. I hang up.
Somebody else call me the right answer, man. My phone over this, so I'm the right answer.
All
right. Here with Clancy, so we can beat it.
All right. So people, let me go back to what I said. Cranky said, let me tell you what we said though, that the New York Knicks should have lost the game.
Yes.
Right.
Have you a better chance to beat the winner to beat
Indiana
than we did to beat Philly. And by the way, before you go further, Philly won the second game. Philly was cheated on the second game. That's a fact.
Cheated?
That's what the NBA said. Maxey was fouled twice.
The NBA came out and said Philadelphia were cheated.
No. I said they were cheated.
But
that's a fact. It's a fact.
Excuse me. Let me get that. The NBA do say that, you know. The NBA tell you every time, you know, they have a thing which is worthless. That 2-minute report, the last 2 minutes of the game is the most worthless thing we can see. Frankie, all them do them tell you, we rob you, but we not do nothing about it. We just tell you, we rob you. You know that? That's all the 2-minute report, you know. That's what they said. To the Philadelphia.
Having said that, I'm a Knicks fan. I'm a Knicks fan. I want the Knicks to win, but it's a fat man is man. But anyway, play the clip.
All right, Gunners boss. You hear the phone beeping? We have we have a caller.
Yeah, man is man.
So,
me go listen and me go run along. And if the caller them not call,
you call back.
Me go call.
Yeah. All right. Flavor Max, welcome. Let me find the clip. Go ahead and make a point. Let me find the clip for Cranky. This is it. Flavor Max.
Mornings. Good day to you. Good day to Cranky and listen. We're not still long, you know.
Hold on there. Let me find the clip here for Cranky, you know. Hold on there. Flavor Max. Look at me. I have to go hang up and play the clip. Hold on. Oh no, it sounds like.
Yeah, man.
All right, and then I'll call you back. Yeah. All right. So let's do that. Bam. All right. So people.
Remember, what management said. I said the Knicks would lose. That's what he said. I said we should lose so we can play Indiana. That's what I said. I didn't say the Knicks would lose against Philly. I gave you all the reasons why Philly's a great opponent. So play the clip.
You want to play the clip? All right. Let's play the clip now with our boss. Man want me to lose the game to play. Hey, listen, people.
You play Indiana anyway. Yesterday. There's no way we should have won that game. None.
You don't think we can beat Embiid and Philly? You hearing it?
We struggle with Miami, and Philadelphia is 31-8 with Embiid in the lineup, and they won about 6-7 straight with him come back. Inbound one leg Mannings.
But we beat them. We beat them with Embiid.
Philly Mannings, man. But this is a 7-game series where you have rest between days. It's a different game. right? They're gonna feed him and feed him and feed him. And Maxi's playing much better. They have a few people around them who are decent players. I think we should take a chance with Indiana, who have played us tough too, but in the first round, Philadelphia with Embiid and Maxi, tough acts, man.
All right, Cranky. You hear it,
so
right?
Where did I say we would lose? I want to hear this. No, where did I say we would lose? I said tough act. People in the chat. I'm saying like
people.
Man. Because fake news. Man is spreading up fake news.
If the man is a New Year from that clip.
I said tough act. I said not but we'll lose. A management come on national TV, national YouTube channel. I said me said we would lose. Right? The me said we would lose.
All right, let me hear what Flavor Max, because the people here, don't let the people get their word verdict. The people, I felt like Cranky.
This must be Fox. I'm on Fox News. Am I on Fox News? This must be Fox News. This must be Fox News.
Flavor Max, you listen to that, right?
Yeah, I hear that, but I don't want to touch no basketball, man. I don't want to touch the basketball right now.
Oh.
So Flavor Max, we are talking about basketball. You don't want to touch basketball.
All right, go ahead, Flavor Max.
No, because here I don't want to touch basketball. As a man, right now, I'm lucky in a Cranky. I'm Cranky, I come like you, you know. I'm lock in, you know. When me lock in as an Arsenal fan, I'm lock in, you know. You get to me, I say. And I'm so locked in that I don't even want. I watch the NBA now, I know everything about go on. I listen to everything about management. I know what management is from when I say, what want to talk about Arsenal. So I want to ask you and Cranky, you know, and your management. Points on the board are game in hand.
Let me say this. Let me say this way. I said that I want to thank Chelsea because I think the fact that Chelsea has defeated Tottenham means that for Tottenham to qualify for the top, getting into the top four, they would have to beat City. So that means, and they have the teams behind them, including Manchester, close enough to catch them. They cannot afford to lose to Liverpool, who they have next, and then to lose to City. So I think Chelsea defeating them did a good job. However, I will say this, based on my thing, right now, I am telling that City are favorites. I don't see City losing any of their next 4 games. And I don't see Arsenal losing any of their next 3. So I think I think City, if it were like Tottenham, I would say, well, you know, points on the board. But this is Manchester City. City has not lost a game in the Premier League, you know, brother.
But them look shaky still. They look shaky against Forest now.
You know, watch it. We look shaky for 45 minutes and got 2 love. City looks shaky from December and don't lose a game. That's the reality. I don't know, Cranky, what do you think? Because they said you and me, you can go ahead.
No, I agree. Management is not often, but I agree with you, everything that you said, basically. Man City just they're robotic, right? They come through. I mean, they lost to Real Madrid, but it was on penalties. And they all played Real Madrid in 2 legs, basically. Right? They scored 3 goals away from home. And they should have won the last game where De Bruyne missed a sitter. And you talk about that, that's the highest level. Yes, Nottingham Forest is a good offensive team with Hudson-Odoi and with Gibbs-White. They're a good offensive team and they play City well. And probably should have come up with at least a tie in that game. But none of the teams, but Nottingham Forest have something to gain by trying to stay in the Premier League. So you're going to play to your maximum. Fulham, Wolves, Tottenham, none of those teams have anything to play for. Tottenham's not going to make top 4 at this point, even though they can still.
And that's why I'm kind of differ with management with the result yesterday.
Of course, they can make top 4.
Win to keep them in it.
No, they can make top
4. Management. Some Tottenham fans would prefer not to make that top 4 than to see Arsenal win the Premier League. Now, the players may not feel that way, but a lot of Tottenham fans feel that way. In fact, most Tottenham fans seem to feel that way. At least the ones I've seen or engaged or know around who follow the sport. So I think it's very difficult for us to win. I think we lost the league when we lost to Villa the last game. I think that was ridiculous that we lost to Villa twice and didn't score a goal against them. I think that just showed up, and the way Villa's been playing in the Europa League showed that, you know what, they can be beaten. City dismantled Villa when they played them. Before we played them, and then we struggled with them. So I think it's gonna be tougher. Man, we still have to win our game. We still have to go to Old Trafford. I don't know. People forget that, you know.
Yep.
And if Man U have an under 21 team that still play us hard.
And the people are up.
So which is more difficult? So all right, so let me ask you this question. Which is more difficult? We going to Old Trafford or them going by White Hart Lane?
We going to Old Trafford, brother. This idea that people have that somehow Manchester United don't want City to win, so them going to let Arsenal beat them. Forget about that. This is England. This is not like the Jamaica Premier League.
No. Man U doesn't want us to ever beat them because that rivalry always carried over.
At Old Trafford.
Yeah. No. Their fans wouldn't take that. They wouldn't accept that. Man City, Tottenham dominate Man City. Not dominate, but they played them really well when Kane was there. Because Kane played like a 10 or a 8.5, and they were always counter-attacking them and playing them really well. Postecoglou game is pressing, and Tottenham does look like a shell of themselves recently. There's not the same Tottenham team that started the season with Basuma and Sarr playing really well. It's a different team. So I expect Man City to win. And Man City still have they have a lot of injuries at this point in the management, which is also interesting. Apart from Edison being hurt more recently, they almost have the full complement of players, like we do. So need a team of excuses for the running. I think it's gonna be difficult for us to win the league. The Villa, the twice lost to Villa, were killers for us.
Yeah, that kill us. But I still think City have a job. At least joggy. I still think that is possible.
Which game?
I still, it's so ironic. I still eye in the Tottenham game, and that is the reason why I differ to you. I thought if they won the game yesterday, it would be better for us.
If City were in the Champions League, still, I would have a little bit more hope. City have nothing to play except Premier League.
In the Champions League, man. I mean, City has a full squad of the man.
Well,
Bob,
Edison
in
is
their
injured
bench
now.
players. Yeah, but their goalkeeper that come in, the substitute is a very good goalkeeper and good with his feet too. So they don't have weaknesses in any position.
Going into that game against City with Tottenham, playing down in Tottenham. Tottenham want a win to put themselves in poor position to qualify for top four. That's a different kettle of fish, man. It ain't gonna give City too much rating.
No, but that argument works against Chelsea, where Tottenham didn't show up, frankly. So it doesn't work to me against City. I don't see. I mean, look, Pep has struggled with Tottenham since he's been in the Premier League. That's their bogey team, but I think that bogey will be broken when they play them. Fulham may be a better game, actually. If the Fulham team shows up, Fulham may be a better game than Tottenham. Because you're not going to play into City's hand playing deep enough. You play into City's hand when you press them, and Haaland can get behind you, and Doku can get behind you, and Grealish can get behind you, and Foden. When you play deep, it's harder for City. If you attack them, even though Nottingham Forest did attack them, it's harder, actually. We can only hope. We can only hope. It's not impossible.
I'm still hoping because I gave up hope on my last game against Villa. But then after we came back strong and I changed my mentality and I said I not give up. I go straight till the last game versus Everton. Because I think it's going down there.
Yeah, it probably will, and hopefully that's the case. So.
Yeah.
All right, big up on us.
All right, bless up, flavor, man. Yeah, man.
Management, I make a profound statement, management. A profound statement. Jalen Brunson has been the best free agent signing ever in basketball.
The best.
Value for money. Value for money and expectation, to me, is the best. Now, Charles Barkley said one in the top 5. I said number 1. So, someone say that's a ridiculous comment. What about
when they moved from Milwaukee to Lakers?
We'll give you all of them. Jabbar.
Yeah.
O'Neal.
Jabbar, from Ireland. Yeah.
James to Miami. Shaq to LA. What's his name to Golden State? My forward from Phoenix. All those, right? All those players. But management, we talk about value for money and expectation. Who expect Jalen Brunson to be one of the best players in the NBA at this point when he was back up to
Luka.
And not only back up to Luka, management, when in the January before he became a free agent, they took a $50 million contract off the table, 3-4 year contract off the table, Manningsman. That means making between 12 and 50 million, 60 million a year, right? Took it off the table. We doubled it. We gave him 100 and something million, 130, I think, whatever the number is, versus him having 50 million. So that means the expectation was set by Dallas, which basically says, here's a backup point guard, not worth much. And in the NBA today, or 2 years ago, where maybe 30, 40 million was the average, he couldn't get a contract for 50 million. He was getting a McBride contract. No, sorry, not McBride. The what's his name? The other guard contract, right?
Kyrie.
No. On our team.
Hart.
No.
Divachenko.
Yeah, can't pronounce his name. That was the contract he was getting from Dallas, man. So you think about value from an expectation. He's now one of the top 5 dominant players in the NBA. He's on a team which don't have any other scorer apart from him. Real scorer, elite scorer, man. He cannot be stopped. They double and triple team him. It doesn't make a difference, right? He's not quick. He's not fast. He doesn't break ankles, even though he turned them over. The expectation for Brunson, people say he was overpaid coming to Knicks for $100 million over 4 years. They say he was overpaid. That's ridiculous what the Knicks are doing.
Right.
So expectation and value for money versus everybody expect James to go to Miami and dominate because he was the best player in the NBA. They expect Shaq to go dominate. He was one of the best players when he played for Orlando. All these players, they were number 1, number 2, number 3. Brunson was in the second scrap heap, not first, second, or third team NBA, not even close to it. But he showed his worth when Luka got hurt when they played Utah, when he was dominant. And that helped the Knicks to make the decision. So I would love to debate the whole issue about him value for money expectation being the best. Yeah,
but even when Kawhi chose Toronto and won the championship.
Was a star and won a championship before that. We're talking about people. But this man, he's making my point more.
When Kevin Garnett left from Timberwolves,
Kevin Garnett was dominant at Timberwolves. Number one pick. Number one pick. No, Kawhi was the number 1 pick, but Kawhi won a championship before that.
Even Ray Allen. Can remember Ray Allen left from Milwaukee so many years.
The only reason why Golden State beat Spurs and what's his name jumped on Kawhi's foot and injured him in the first round. They were dominating Golden State the first game, and he was out. And after that, he had a fallout with his coach. But he had won a championship before. Brunson hasn't won anything yet, right? So it seemed like an overstatement to say that. But his play management, 3 40-point games and a 39-point game in a playoff series, only equivalent is Oscar Robinson way back when Manningsman. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. It's a good signing. You know what I just thought about? Maybe Klay Thompson is the man they need to get over there.
No. We need players who can beat people off the dribble, Manningsman. We need people who can create their own shots. We need Booker. Now, I think we have 4 number 1s in 2024.
You really think Booker is going to leave Phoenix?
Phoenix need to revamp their roster. Bradley Beal is holding $150 million, no trade clause. Nah, he's not going nowhere and he's not playing well. Kevin Durant is old and getting older. Still playing well, but he's getting older. After a while, the body just breaks down. Man, the body just stops sometime, It just stops. You'd be surprised when you reach 35, 36, it just stops. So Booker is the only real asset they have. They need to revamp. They need to get we get him first 4 round pick and a player. Give us Booker. Pair him we need a bigger guard. We don't need Mitchell, I like, but it's too short, man. We can't have 2 6'2" players or 6'1" players as the two guards. When we played Philly, Kelly Oubre, they sent big players at us. Batum, big 6'6", 6'7". Luckily, Brunson doesn't really deal with heights.
Yeah, the only way Kevin Durant come and be a part of the Knicks is if he's taking
Durant. He was next door.
Unless he's coming there. Unless he's coming there to win a chip and not to get no heap of money.
No. We gotta sign the main thing management is re-sign OG, become a free agent this year. That's the main thing. And
I think we need to trade. Unlike Gunner's boss, I think we need to trade Randall.
Randall is up for debate, right? 13 NBA, a year or 2 ago. He's a good player, but he's also high turnover, high mistake prone.
I think he slows down. We're already slow. He doesn't play on the fast break. He slows down the offense. Listen, we are one of the better of rebounding team right now. So my point is this. Do we need Randall for rebounding? No. Do we need him for scoring?
Well, no, for everything. He scores, he rebounds, he assists. He's a good player, but he's error prone. And he also goes on this tangent sometimes, which is different from the rest of the team, which is frustrating. If you can get quality return for him, I think we should do that. We got to be Harkinson, we need to re-sign, and we may not be able to do so. Right? Well, Baggio, that's what we're saying about. We have 4 first round this year. We have Detroit pick, but it's protected. We have Washington pick, is protected. We have 2 for our own, 24. We have a number of picks in us. We've been hoarding picks in us.
And we have a lot. I think we have some, like, because even think that Bogdanovic can go.
He will go. He will go. Burke will go. Burke hasn't produced.
Alec Burke can go. I like the guy Achua. I'm wondering why he wasn't in the rotation.
Burke has been poor since he joined us.
No, Achua, I think his name.
Achua is in the rotation, but he's on the periphery. But when we are in an emergency situation, he comes in. The problem is Achua don't finish around the basket, man. Good player, but not finish around the basket.
And I'd also get rid of Robinson.
No.
Mitchell Robinson?
No.
No. Listen, I would keep Isaiah up there if I can get like a book.
I like Mike's to understand them. I think Robinson, if you're playing in the NBA for 5-6 years, at some point in your career, you just start thinking about how do I get a jump hook? How do I get a little float? Do something.
The man can't score. The man only can dunk. And you're not playing on the fast break. So how is he going to add to the scoring?
He gets
putbacks. He doesn't get a lot of putbacks.
No, he gets a lot of putbacks, man.
Frankie, he had 2 points.
Man, he's the number 1 offensive rebound in the NBA. And he's not playing 48 minutes.
And he's always injured. He's always injured, man. Every season he has an injury.
Yes, he's like Partey. We support teams that have players who injured most of the season. We're good at that. But he's effective. He's effective, man. Offensive rebound won us against Philly, now.
Yeah, because you're the best offensive rebounding team in the league.
Yeah,
the thing, the Indiana Pacers, I think here's what they're going to struggle, because they are the fastest, because they play on the fast break a whole lot. But we are the best rebounding team, so I don't think they're going to have a lot of opportunities on the fast break.
Well, if they rebound, they'll catch us because we hit the boards, right? We send everybody to the boards. So if they get the rebound, then we're in trouble, because then we're all going to be up front and they just go behind us. But I think it's going to be a tough series because they played us well in the regular season. And we don't have Randall to play, and we don't have Bogdanovic was good as a substitute, On the bench yesterday, we got 3 points from McBride?
Yeah.
And two from Robinson. We don't get nothing else in the money's, man.
That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm saying. But Porzingis is also a free agent.
No, we've been there, done that. We don't want to go back. Look. The one thing I'm confident with the front office. The front office has done a brilliant job so far. They have been patient. They have been patient. And
they have a lot of money in cap space because they have not been paying out a lot of crazy contracts like in previous times.
But man, when you have financial people running your organization, man, the first thing about finance, the person was an agent, a super agent. That's what he did with money and contracts. That's
Leon Rose.
Leon Rose, that's what he did. Yeah. Bronx was part of his agency.
That's what I'm wondering, which other player out there is used to be a part of his agency to see who we can, Would you take Kawhi? Or he's done?
No, injury prone. No, he's not done. But we have to be reliant. We can't rely on Kawhi. From kind of Kawhi left Toronto, it's been going downhill health-wise.
What about Harden in the backcourt with
No.
He hugs the ball too much.
No, we want people to produce. He doesn't hug the ball actually. We want people to produce in the clutch and not afraid of the big stage. And Harden disappears when the throwing get tough. Harden gets going.
Booker is good, but listen, Donovan Mitchell always wanted to come to the Knicks.
Yes, he does, and he's from this area. But I think his contract is up next year, not this year.
Yeah, but he can opt out at the end of the season of his final year.
I was not aware of that. I was not aware of that actually.
But I think what they're going to require of him, like again, any sort of going to be crazy.
No, I thought Donovan Mitchell still have another year and he can't. No, I never heard. If that was the case, no, New York would be chasing him. I don't think he can opt out, man. I don't think so. He signed a 5-year contract. I'm trying to look it up.
With Utah, and then got traded.
Yeah, but they're still in playing. He carries over.
Yes, so just check.
No, the player option is for 25-26.
Not
so he has another mandatory year next year. I thought so. As management, he would have come to New York. It wouldn't be a discussion. We wouldn't have to give up draft capital. He would come to New York. That's not. They have to wait for him for next. They should just wait for him. Or if we trade for him, Don't give up too much for him. But
Yeah.
Brunson's a ball hog in a man. Ball hog in a man is man. Brunson's a ball hog. If you're going to shoot 25, 26 times a game, you're a ball hog. But it works.
But you know what I love with Donovan Mitchell? Because he used to play with Mike Connolly, remember, in Utah. So I think he's very good, like not having the ball as well. Because Connolly used to be like the main point guard and he plays as a second guard.
There's a difference between a ball hog and a ball handler. The ball hog is somebody who's like to shoot the ball when they get it. That's Mitchell sometimes. That's Booker. That's all those guards who score a lot of points. Brunson is both a ball handler and a ball hog. Conley is not a ball hog. He's a ball handler. So Conley's going to pass the ball. That's what he does most times, right? He's a very unselfish player. But Mitchell, Brunson, they like to shoot. They like to shoot.
But you're talking about LeBron James. LeBron James need to go over Golden State Warriors with the oldies.
No, we don't want LeBron. We don't want. Those days have passed. LeBron should come to New York when he went to Miami.
There you go.
And bring Bosh with him and bring some friend with him.
Also, next option is Jimmy Butler.
No. We don't want any alpha. No A-type personalities to want to take the spotlight from Brunson. Brunson is the man. Let Brunson be the man. We're not shaky. We're just loyal. We're not shaky. We're loyal. We're very loyal.
A.M. Henry, what do you believe? That is the question. Do you believe that Arsenal will win?
A.M. Henry, we are Arsenal fans and Knicks fans. They're both winning. It's the best place to be. We may not win the championship in either of these leagues. I don't think we'll win the NBA championship, frankly. And we may not win the Premier League, but we're winning.
You know what is funny, Cranky? I think, the team in the East that has the best shot at beating Boston is actually New York. And a fit and a Milwaukee if Giannis was.
Yeah.
But think up, look at the teams. The team that is best equipped, because I don't think Miami is good enough. Sixers has 2 players. I don't think Indiana can beat them any at all because they dealt with them badly. Same thing with the Cavaliers. I think it will be very difficult for the Knicks to beat them, and I'm saying they can. But the team that will challenge them the most in the East is actually the Knicks.
So here's what I don't hear people talking about, man. Because you have to do post-mortem assessment of what transpired in the series. Why is anyone giving Nick Nurse for how he's played Buddy Hield in this series? Right? Buddy Hield came over as a spot-up 3-point shooter who's a dead-ass knockdown shooter. We only saw him really in one game with a different time, and because he got hot early, he stayed in the game. And even then, for most of the fourth quarter, he wasn't in the game. But he had 20 points at halftime. What kind of coaching is that? When Harris scored 0 points and played 29 minutes. 0 points, played 29 minutes.
Because of the rebounding, because guess what? They're afraid of Knicks on the rebound. Second chance opportunity.
But he'd have to take the ball out the net. But he's
no,
take the ball out the net.
Frank, what they're saying is that New York Knicks would get too many second chance opportunities because Buddy Hield is not a good rebounder. That's the problem they had, They had to keep Tobias Harris and Nicholas Batum to rebound, but the Knicks still out-rebound them.
It's a flaw in that argument. You play the first quarter, you're losing 34-11 or 12, Manningsman, right? You play the second quarter, put Buddy Hield in, you recovered and are leading Manningsman. What are you talking about rebound? You can't take the ball out the net. You take the ball out the net, you can't rebound the ball out the net, Manningsman.
Yeah, but Frankie, he's not going. What I'm saying though is that when the New York Knicks makes a shot and misses it, they get back the ball.
I understand that, but they're taking 2.
So that means they'll get less possessions. Less possession for the Sixers.
Man, it's 3 for 2. But he didn't shoot 3.
But Cranky,
Knicks will be shooting 2.
All right, so watch this.
There's no excuse, man.
What I'm saying though, Cranky, is that watch this. I have 2 opportunities to score every single time. You only have 1. Yes. So I'm going to have.
Man played 29 minutes and scored 0 points. 29 minutes, man scored 0 points.
Yeah,
but he'll play less time and score 20 points, man. 20 points. And you argue that point there? Like, really? Rebound?
The rebound stats that have been crazy, though.
I what we say. Rebound. Talk about practice. Talk about rebound. Talk about rebound. Man, first of all, man, your defense changed when body on the field now. On the court now. Your defense changed, man. Because no longer can you double team Maxi or double team Embiid when Buddy Hield's on. What are you talking about, man? Yeah. A different game.
All right.
Then it's spread out, That means you're not close to the basket to rebound, but he love drag you away from the basket. The coaching is lacking from Nick Nurse in that situation. Sorry. Yeah. But you not complain because he let us win.
What I'm surprised about is that I think it's because Kyle Lowry was in Toronto with him. Kyle Lowry should not be playing.
Man, I've never seen a player hold so much or so much. Hey, man, and any player, he must have screamed my wall in the man. But it's subtle. Go back and watch some of the tapes.
Yeah, man.
Him hold, him trip, him pull you down. When you run him and scream, him will pull you down with him and him let you go. The ref them not catching.
You know, we never spoke about is that DeRozan out by Chicago.
DeRozan is a good option. In the all is a good short-term option. Guaranteed scorer. He can play the 3, and we have something to play the 4. We have OG play the 4. Yeah, DeRozan is a good option. Good option. He plays small forward. Very good option, actually. I think he's a free agent this year, isn't he?
I think he's a free agent. So that's the next free agent. That
a ball hog will guarantee 15-20 footer, which we sometimes lack. Decent defender. He's a good option.
And I think if we go to like a game 7 with Celtics, if we get to the Eastern Conference final and say lose that, and we realize that we need the piece, like you get now more free agents looking at the Knicks as a viable place to come and play.
The problem with playing the Celtics is that they have both White and Drew Holiday, who are very good defenders, right? So that makes it tough for Brunson.
We beat them 2 times, Cranky.
Yeah, the last time they didn't work here. They won the East. But the first time we did, what did we have? Did we have what's his name then?
Randall? We didn't play with Randall.
The first time we beat them, we didn't have Randall.
No.
Randall, the first time we beat Randall.
We didn't have OG and Iobi.
We had Randall. Yeah. But OG is playing well. I think OG needs to be more aggressive offensively, actually, especially going to the basket because he has long strides. He can put the ball in the net. He can go high, and he's an excellent defender. So no, we need an off guard. We need a backup small forward. We need 2 guards actually, both point and off guard actually. Matt Bride and DiVincenzo to me are backups. They're not starters to me.
Yeah.
So
I think that's where we need to address in the off season. Yeah, still no word on the channel for the people because Duckland started this channel, call it Ball Head TVs, and everybody thought because it said ball heads, it was your ball head and his ball head.
I'm not starting the channel. Let's go and rush the market. We don't rush the market management. We're very deliberate when we go to market management. We don't rush the market. We're deliberate when we go market management. We don't just jump to market so we are trying to shoot something. We are trying front. We're not running nobody. We take time and go to market. When we go to market.
No, what I'm saying that the persons who sent it to, they believe that, this is what Cranky was talking about. Because it said ball heads. And because your head is bald, and his head is bald, they thought it was
bald. Mine is deliberate bald. Mine is not accidental bald. Mine is not because I lose my hair. I bald my head deliberately, people. But I'll say this: my channel will come on board. I'm having some hiccups doing some things. It's gonna take some time. But man, we come to market. We come to market. We're not bringing no product. We're like Apple in the man. We don't bring the product to market unless we're ready for prime time. We don't bring the product. Actually, we not come market. We just don't give it up. Unless we come to market right, we're not come to market. That's we're not come to market. And we're not ready for market. We're not ready for prime time yet. But people, when I come to market, just hit the subscribe button. So we get the chosen thing quick. I should be in the market before the year is end. But no, I'll be in the market. I'll be in the market at some point. I can't say when yet, but I'm having some challenges with some things I'm trying to get done. Because management, when you give the management, the funny thing about these people. So now I'm gonna call it semi-retired. I thought I would have a lot of time on my hand, but I'm busier than I ever was.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm busier than I ever was. It's
very you have more work to do when you don't have a job.
Yeah. Your job are different. It's not the normal work. As Speed is saying, what Speed was talking about earlier, I understand what he was saying, but it's a play on words actually. Because when you hire someone contracted, they're working, if you're supervising them, they're working for you based on the terms of the contract. But they're not an employee, and under law, obviously, you can't say them you're a worker. But contracted, if you're supervising them, they're work for you.
So when you engage a person to come and cut your lawn, as an example,
they're working based on your direction. But they're not your worker. Because if you get the work
even if you cut your lawn once a year, once a month.
You can't fire them. Management, you can't really fire them.
Once a month, and they do it the 52 times. Of course, you can fire them.
Yeah, you can fire the management, but you have to satisfy the contract.
No.
There's employment at will, management. I employ you at will, fire you. Yeah, no, go ahead.
So there are 52 weeks, right, in the year. I want to engage you. So January, you come in, you cut the lawn. I tell you what to do. You do what you want to do. February, I said, let me give you a chance. You're still, you don't sweep it up properly. This time, March, you were supposed to put them in the bags. You put them in the recycle bin, and the garbage truck never collected it. All right. So I tell you that you're not doing it again. I have fired you.
What does the contract say?
The contract is you come and cut my lawn. But I'm not giving any. No, but you don't sign a contract though with the person who cut your lawn. You just call in a company to do it once a month.
It's management, but it's like a no lease you have when you're in somebody. It's like a month-to-month lease, management.
Yes, like you can, you can fire your barber if you don't use a barber.
You don't fire your barber, management. You just don't use him anymore. You don't fire him. Fire the context of your work. I hire you. You don't hire your barber. You never hire.
Of course, I hire my barber. What do you mean I don't hire the barber?
Management, you hire the barber, but there's in any country they have laws about who is an employee versus who is the contractor. And that's why Uber had a big deal with California about is this an independent contractor versus that person who's an employee. There's a lot of difference between being an employee and being a contractor. Big difference.
Okay. All right. Final one. Everton 1, Luton 1. Halftime. Adebayo scoring in the 31st minute. Calvert-Lewin had scored for Everton, a penalty. We have Gunners Boss calling back. Final.
I'll do something. But Mercedes actually, people, which is my channel is coming. It seems like I'm going to do a space which is very crowded. So I've got to move out some people,
But Gunners Boss, apparently Gunners Boss want to engage you. Go ahead, Gunners Boss.
Go ahead.
Frankie.
Yes.
I told you I was coming back. I wanted the other callers to call, but he said them never call, but as me call now, they start call back. My mail up back and make them talk. Yes, they never call. They bad mind me over here, no man, but we still support you 100%. And I support them. I'm going to talk to them. They talk to me, to you. Yeah. You see, as me step up before the start calling man do rat. See, as me come up, them I talk about them, I have secret meeting behind about me. You never see them in the comment and talk, we are going to talk when them done because we can't talk.
Did you call to talk? Cranky was about to leave. I said, Cranky, don't leave.
Cranky, yes. No, they call in man. Let them give their input. I will leave.
I thought you called to talk to Cranky. Cranky's about to leave.
No. Then let me tell Cranky it's a good day, man. Me and Cranky, what is the channel?
It's not started yet. And I'm not getting the name.
I am not sure of sports.
Frankie.
Yes.
Frankie. When you start the channel, do me a favor. Get one moderator who's used to things. Don't get a bunch of people who don't never have no power in nothing. Somebody who's responsible to run your channel. Because a lot of people will, you see what them do? Them destroy man in fan channel, You know how much people, subscriber man in fan lose because every time somebody talk and them not like what people say, them not agree with them have put people on time out. You need to tell them to stop it. This is here for content.
Gunners Boss. Gunners Boss.
Stop time out people.
Gunners Boss. Have you been timed out?
Mm-hmm. How much time?
No.
That's why I mean stop. That's why I'm not do comment over there no more because as you comment over there, these guys they putting you on time out to say something. They want you to say what they want to hear. I'm not here to talk for them. I'm here to talk for me and share my opinion.
Okay.
Tell your moderator them to stop put me for moderator should say. Tell your moderator.
No. Gunners Boss. Yes. Here's the signal. All right. So you're making a comment. Nobody's responding to you, and here is where you have to go, right? And yet you're going to talk about moderators and things. Why you have to go there? No.
Moderator.
No. Go.
They know you say. Me say me mama. Like how me say me mother. Me say me mama. Don't take it to it. Me never say they mother. Me not talk about no man mother. Me say moderator. And the same thing. Mother and mama.
Suppose I were to tell you that when you called in, there were 94 persons. And since you start talking, there are 63.
I know me make them guys. Them want to go a long time. Them not really like it, you know. Them not really like it, but you give them power, they never have. That's why them stick around. But you what? Yeah, do it. They gone.
All right, bless. Have a great day. Have a great day, great weekend, and be safe on the job.
In another show today?
Maybe after the Jamaica game, I'm going to come and talk about it.
Who Jamaica playing?
I mean, Trinidad and Tobago.
Where?
At
They have a $50 super chat. When I go, tell it I put it in a super chat.
Anything you want to do, man, you can sell it if you want.
Because when I sell it, you get the whole like.
All right.
Somebody else calling money.
No. We only took the call because we're going to end the show, and because I didn't want you to say that management.
I got to go. Respect, man. I gotta go.
All right.
Yourself, Frankie. We talk here.
Yeah.
Bless up.
All right. Cranky, blessings, you know. So you let the people know. Stay up to date.
Yes. I will come up with a channel in the next before year end.
But you got anything to do, right? You see the chair that you have, nice chair, but the height, because when you go back, it goes below like your waist.
It won't be like. Don't worry about it. Don't take care of it. Management. So when I come in, I'm coming a little bit more professional than what my current configuration seem to suggest. All right, you won't see this blur thing in the background.
People,
no. It's a regular channel. No. It's not a regular. No, create no excitement. It don't bust nothing, people. But me I say we don't have time to do something we need to do. And the channel is like any regular YouTube channel management. It's just talking, just having fun, having a dialogue, right? But it should be fine. It's same setup like this, people. Same setup like this. But it should be all right. We have to plan for this. We have other things to do in life, you know. YouTube is not our life. So anyway, bless people.
Yeah, man. All right, bless up, Cranky. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, man.
All right. Listen, and to all of you people, thanks to every single one of you. Lots of love, lots of respect. Really, really appreciate every single one of you. To all the persons who subscribe to the channel for the first time, oh my God, really appreciate you. Really, really, really appreciate you, right? I think 3 subscribers were added, if my numbers are right. I think so. So that is awesome. Good news. For all the super stickers and super chats, thank you so much for all the comments, the calls. Thank you so much. Great show. Good to have Mr. Speid and also Mr. Christie on. I'm hoping that I can get Mr. Gilbert and someone, maybe the assistant coach from Waterhouse for tomorrow. I'm going to do my best to see if that can happen. All right, going to try as well to see if I can get in touch with Mr. Freddie Butler to talk to him about the game. So look out for that. But I am management. This has been I Am Sure Sports. And as usual, when it gets to the end of the show, we say please hit the like button, subscribe and share. And we are over and we're out of here.
Yo, watch your bad dog, SK New heard this. The body out there, Sniper King I represent for I Am Sure Sports. You get to me, I say, when you want the latest news and sports and updates and all of that, check out I Am Sure Sports. You know the thing goes in. Remember, cover the whole island. Remember Kingston, Westmoreland, Galchester, Waterhouse, Galtigo Bay. Everywhere. I Am Sure Sports. Check it out for the latest news and latest updates. Sniper King I represent. Where them feel like? Yeah, someone on for the food from young from we there you need height. I Am Sure Sports. Yeah, dog.